Hello and a very good afternoon, good morning, welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. We are live and ready to go for an exciting afternoon of shows. It's going to be brilliant actually. We're here with you for the next 3 hours and sandwiched in between what is going to be a fantastic launch day. We're also going to be catching up with the lovely Sharon Callis, who you might have seen already this morning. She is here with some brilliant deals on her range. All that to come in just a little while. But sandwiching that, we do have a brand new launch for you. And again, if you were watching this morning, you will have had a little bit of a sneaky peek as to the brand new goodies that we've got. Brand new shaped card-based collection, which is going to bring you, well, 3 absolutely fantastic designs. I know we're not supposed to have favourites, but I know which mine is in this particular collection. And I have a feeling that the gent the other side of the studio, who is with me for the next few hours, I think my favourite, Craig, is the same as your favourite, potentially?
I think it very well could be. I think it could be.
Is it?
Hi everyone. It absolutely is. It's that fancy shoe, isn't it? We do love it. I'm joking. No, it is. It's the Campervan.
Yes.
Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the Campervan first of all. Look at these. How cool.
So much fun.
Are these? So much fun. You can of course decorate them in whichever way that you want, whichever cardstock, whichever pattern paper. And for you guys here in the UK, just like myself and Ben, it will remind you of the play days. There you go.
What stop is it today? It's the Crafters TV stop.
I always like the Y-bird stop. That was always the best one.
If
you're unsure of what we're on about, just afterwards go onto YouTube and just have a look at Playdays. You'll know exactly what we're on about there. But yeah, these are so cool. And actually, in the comments to Ben throughout the show, let us know if you remember that as well and what was your favourite stop. But here we go. This one is our Campervan. So you can see that one there. I think that's the wrong details on the screen, so they're coming up just in a moment.
That's the Get It Got It Good stop.
That's the Get It Got It Good. Here we go.
Yes.
So you can be making either, or well, if you go for the bundle, you could be making all of these. So you don't have to use them as the card blanks. If you want to pop them on the front of your cards, you can absolutely do that.
Ice cream van.
It's so cool, isn't it? Ice cream, you know, any camper van you want it to be. But then what about these little handbags? So if you've got your pattern paper, you know, you think of your masquerade ball, peacock collection, all the fancy handbags. If you want to use your cardstock that you've got at home, you can do, but then you can be your own designer of handbags now. You can go whichever way that you want. And then what we've got is we've got this high heel shoe. Look at that, how cool is that? Again, we're going to be showing you how to use these within your card blanks. If you've seen my Insta story, you will see I brought in my gems, my pearls, my Nuvo drops, everything, so we can do some decorating. What about this one?
Whoa.
Look at that, you've got your pointy gems. Why not come along and pop these into the middle as well? These are fun, these are quirky, these can be so quick to make, but then you can go in, bring in some of your fabrics if you want to in that as well. Lots of things you can do with them. We're going to have fun, well, basically over the 3 hours of these ones here.
Wow, we are super excited. You guys are already super excited about this show. Must just say a good afternoon to Lynn, who is watching from sunny Spain. Shadiah is in, saying good morning, Lord Ben and Craig from Canada. Hi, Shadiah. Patty's in from Michigan, Mary from Maine, and Pammy says hello, Craig, Ben, Sharon, and the CTV crew from a dull, overcast central New York. We have got Johnny and Charlotte steering the good ship craft today. Ding, ding.
They're stood in the camper van today.
Oh, yes, sorry. They're Sally said stealing the camper van. No, they're not that. They're not like that at all. Corey Pup's in from Scotland. Debbie's in from Missouri, and Lynn just saying the camper van is my favourite. Jackie says I was thinking more Scooby-Doo with the camper van. I mean, it can be. It's like, it is a bit like the Mystery Mobile, isn't it? So you could do like a Scooby-Doo themed van for Halloween potentially. Also, and I'm saying this because again, for our UK viewers will know this. Sooty.
Sooty,
so the Sootymobile, George, you know all about that, of course. It is a lot like the Sootymobile, but you know what? You can decorate this up exactly how you want it to look. And the great thing is, like Craig was saying, yes, you've got them as your card shapes, as your card bases, but you can use them to pop straight onto your cards as well. So much as far as your metal is concerned to construct your van, and then you've got a whole host of stamps to go with them as well. So little decorative stamps, some really great sentiments with these as well. You don't have to be crazy to camp with us. We can train you, one says, which is very funny. I love adventure, and home is where you park it. So some really lovely sentiments that work perfectly with your camper van, but that's not all, because you're also going to get, as Craig has just shown you, the glorious shoe. That one is called If the Shoe Fits. So again, multiple uses for this. Great for your card bases, great for your kind of toppers for your cards as well, and you can decorate this up to your heart's content. I know that you'll have loads of embellishments that you will use to decorate that one up. Some of the sentiments in here include good shoes take you to good places. You've got friends are always in fashion and celebrating style. And then lastly in this collection, just like Craig, classy and fabulous.
Aww.
I mean, that is just about right, isn't it? It's what we all say about
you guys.
A few other things as well, but mainly classy and fabulous. And again, low. Ding ding! It's the angry stop. Then you've got all of the different bits and pieces to build up your bag. So you've got all of the metal work there as well to completely make your bag bespoke, and then some lovely sentiments as well. Have a gorgeous day. A girl can never have too many handbags, and I don't want flowers, I want a handbag. There's loads of lovely sentiments. It's a lovely collection. Go for the full bundle. That is what most people are doing today. 54 dies, 29 stamps as well. The price is $71.95 or $88.55. If you're a platinum member, £57.56 or $70.84. Of course, if you're watching this for the first time as well, make sure if you're going to buy this, you head to the website and sign up to Club Inspire to get 20% off your first order. And as always, you can break these down into the smaller bundles as well. If you want to do that, it's entirely up to you. Let's show you how you can do that. First up, classy and fabulous. This collection, $24.99 or $29.95. So you've got a 15% saving on the individuals, and that is $19.99 platinum, $23.96 if you're shopping with us in the US. This is the most popular on its own. I'm not surprised. The Campervan. 23 dies, 14 stamps, and again $19.99 or $23.96 if you're platinum. And then lastly, if you want to get that gorgeous high heel on its own, if the shoe fits, 10 dies, 8 stamps, $19.99 or $23.96. But everybody is going for the main bundle, and I am not surprised. Pammy just says the mailman is putting a box on the porch. It has Crafter's Companion tape, BRB. That was a bit Gloucestershire, wasn't it? BRB. Pammy, let us know what you get, by the way. And thank you for all the lovely comments coming in about the show already. But let's go over to Craig. Let's get excited and see what he is going to get crafting with. Now, I'm not a betting man. I'm probably going to get this wrong, but I think that he potentially is going to start with Campervan?
Absolutely. Spot on the money. That's exactly what we're going to be starting with. So let's dive straight in. Now, when it comes to the die sets, I know Ben just showed you the boards there a moment ago, but this is how they come. And what we've done this time, when compared to previous shaped card bases that we've done, what I love, and it's the little things, even on the packaging, we've given you the outline so that you know where to pop them back, you know, so that they're not going to fall off because they're held in place with the tape. Little things like that, but that's the packaging. So what we're going to do, we're going to create our own card blank. Now, it doesn't matter what size your card blank is, as long as it fits the die you're using. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it twice. So I've got my card blank, and then I've got just a single piece of white smooth stamping card.
Oh yeah.
So for the main card blank, what we're going to do is I've sat it onto my card blank. I'm going to bring in my low tack tape, and then what I'm going to do is, if we look along this top line, I'm going to go up, 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 just until it's over the edge of my card blank. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape it to secure it. We're then going to run this one through on our plates. Now, I am doing all of my layers using the Junior, but if you use your large Gemini, then what you would be able to do then, of course, is do lots of the other layers to decorate on the same plate. But then, white smooth stamping card, 300 GSM, it cuts like a dream. So then what we've got is, if we carefully pop that out, this gives us the start of our little camper van in our card blank.
Yes.
Now, it's not quite the full camper van because, you know, we're a couple of mils short at the top here. Not that it would really matter, but this is where we come along with our die once again. Then we're going to go in with our white smooth stamping card, or of course, whichever cardstock you choose to use. And this time we're going to die cut the whole lot. So we don't need to go over the edge. We can simply use the whole die, run it through, and then this is what's then going to go onto your card base, so it then gives you that full camper van. But there's a couple of things we're going to do first of all, and let's come in with this one here. So if I pop this one out, Ben, we've got our camper van. So that could be on a card blank, could be a scrapbook page, you know, if you go on your holidays, vacations or that, you know, you could pop little photos in there or decorate it, have it as a separate element, that's up to you. But then what we're going to do is we're going to have a play. So before I attach this onto my card blank, let's go on and let's use this one here. Now this, believe it or not, is a door. And with this one, just pay attention to this one so you know what one you're using, because it has a die edge on 3 sides, but this side here, there's no cutting blade.
Oh, okay.
And that enables it to open.
So you can have your little camper door opening?
Yeah, you absolutely can. And then what you're going to do is you're going to position them where you want. So I'm going to tape them down in a moment. So we've got our door, and then let's do our 2 side windows.
Yeah.
So we've got that one there, we've then got that one, so let's move that along, and you'll see why in a moment I'm choosing to cut these ones first.
I think the windows would be the other way around.
You want them like that?
Yeah, because you always have the toilet at the back, don't you? And that's
Do
like
you?
I think so, don't you, mainly?
Yeah.
Caravan, camper vans, maybe I'm wrong. So that's like your lounge, isn't it, the big window?
Yeah.
Then you've got the toilet at the back.
But the thing is, Ben, if you wanted it like that, you can. If you want them like that, you can do. If you want them like that, you can do.
Oh, yeah.
You can have a good old play with where you're positioning them all. So then what I can do is, if we do that, and then I'm going to secure them with a little bit of tape. And as we tend to say every now and again, when you're securing, pop your tape so that they're on the inside, and that's because the inside, that's going to die cut out.
Yeah.
So although it's low tack tape, when it goes through the Gemini, because of the pressure with the Gemini, it can catch the fibres of your cardstock. So if it does do that, at least then it's catching the waste and not the outline of your die. But we can secure that. We're going to come along with this one. We're going to put that so it's like the little skylight window.
Oh, yeah.
At the top there. And then we're going to run this one through.
Have you ever been in a camper van camping?
I've been in kind of like a static caravan,
ones.
you know, things like Haggerston Castle here, you know, not too far away in Berwick-upon-Tweed. So, you know, I've been like that, but I would, it's that kind of typical dream for a lot of people. Love to get a camper van, start one side of the United States, head across the other side.
Like Route 66.
Route 66,
like
yeah. But we'd also like to do it with Scotland as well, because even though I'm from Scotland, I've not actually travelled about much, so I would love to do that.
I know we keep joking about it, but we keep saying about getting, well, I know Sarah's got a camper van now, hasn't she?
She does, yeah.
So maybe, can you hire one from the garage around the corner? Well, maybe we should hire one and do like a tour of the US or something.
Oh, that would be
great,
so
wouldn't it?
cool,
you guys
wouldn't
into
it?
that in the gallery? US tour.
We should do that for sure.
Where would we go to? Let us know if you're in the US. Where would we need to visit? What's like the best trail to take the crafty camper van on? You know, where would we need to go?
Where?
Johnny said we'd need bars.
Oh, definitely.
On the way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Bobs?
Bubs.
That's a mix of pubs and bars all in ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need them. and then we can do all the stops, and then buy little memorabilia from like stops that we've gone.
Yeah.
Maybe pick up a little rock or something.
A what? A rock?
A little rock. Not that I'd done that in Central Park in New York City.
What did you do? Stole a rock from the park?
Just a tiny little rock stone.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all right, isn't it? Or not? No?
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, it's like you're not allowed to take sand or that from the beach, so I presume
but
that...
everyone does it, doesn't there? I mean, there's plenty of it to go round, isn't there?
Well,
not like
yeah.
anyone's going to notice if you take a bit of sand from the beach, is it?
Very true, very true. Hope not anyway. Hope not. Either that or I've been caught out. So what I've done there, I actually forgot to put the little window in the door, so I've ran that through again. So again, you're getting all of the dies for you to do that. And the reason that I've done these ones separately, Ben, is because I'm going to sandwich my cardstock on the back, and it doesn't need to be neat with this bit, because what we're then away to do is we're going to sandwich it onto our card blank. And then I've got some of this cardstock.
What you could also do, for a fun little card, is if you took some pictures, you could cut those out and stick your little faces in the windows.
Exactly. Of course you could. Either do that, or if you've got our peekaboo characters, our twirling characters.
I love that idea.
Anything like that.
Cute characters peeking through the window.
Yeah. So this is why, this is how the team on the product development with Leanne and that, they're always thinking of things that we can then start to bring back from our crafty stash. So I'm going to come in here. Now this one, I'm going to keep it relatively neat, and that is because you can open this door when we pop it onto our card blank. So I'm going to snip that one down, so covering all these bits there. So if I then bring that up, we can see acetate, maybe some vellum or something. You can be doing that. But then if we open this door, see what the door opened. But then what we can do, apart from the door, we're going to come along with our adhesive, and I'm going to add our adhesive on. So work our way. The next bit that we're away to do is the decoration on the front. And this is the bit where you could be using your Mini or your Go if you wanted to. So if you are going away in your camper van and you don't want to take your die cut machines, although these will go, as you see, through the Junior or the Midi, but why not die cut a load of these card blank shapes and then just take your Mini or your Go and then do all the decoration? You can do that. So you can see here, we've got the door into place there. Now I could have popped another bit of coloured cardstock through if you wanted to, but now what I'm going to do is I've got a selection of cardstock. So these are from things like our pastel texture card. This is from our Paisley Pearl pattern cardstock. So bringing in a nice array, and then what I'm going to do is let's go in for around the wheels.
Got loads of cardstock on the show, which we'll bring you in just a second. Gemma says, we had a camper van and a tent in Loch Ness when I was younger. It was amazing. Did you see the Loch Ness Monster? We went there, must be 15 years ago now, and tried to spot the Loch Ness Monster. Never.
No luck.
No luck. We even bought one of those Nessie spotters.
Did you?
Yeah, that you can get from the gift shops. That didn't work either. There's like little, what do you call it?
Binoculars, or?
Yeah, but like a telescope type thing.
Oh, yeah.
You've been to Loch Ness?
I've never been to Loch Ness, no. But yeah, I would love to go and see if I could find Nessie.
What you say, Johnny? Oh, yeah, seriously. Yeah, come and get that gift shop. I mean, seriously, the guy there making an absolute killing. Come and get your Nessie spotters. Come and get your Nessie spotters. Only £5. Only £5. Roll up. I fell for it. Yep, I fell for it. Nessie spotter. D on YouTube says, come over here and do the Bourbon Trail in Kentucky.
Ooh.
I'm thinking that's not Bourbon biscuits.
Biscuits? I don't think so.
No.
I think it might be the liqueur.
Liqueur.
Yeah.
Is it Bourbon or Bourbon?
Bourbon, isn't it?
Bourbon.
Yeah, it's Bourbon biscuits and bourbon.
Bourbon biscuits, bourbon whiskey. Yeah.
Or liqueur, yeah.
Yeah, bourbon, bourbon. Come to sunny Florida, says Elaine, and do some crafting. That sounds nice.
Wouldn't say no to that, that's for sure.
Drive the California coast and visit the giant redwood, says Terry Cat.
Ooh.
That's
See if we can find
Bigfoot and the Hendersons.
Bigfoot and the Hendersons, yep.
We definitely need to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, seriously, let's book this.
Look for Nessie and then look for Bigfoot.
Oh, yes! Campervan to Loch Ness.
Can you imagine?
Campervan to California, look for Sasquatch.
Yep. Can you imagine if we both found Nessie and Bigfoot?
Can you imagine?
We'd be rolling in it.
I tell you what I'm going to do when we go to the Redwoods to look for Sasquatch. I'm going to buy a Sasquatch spotter.
Or
as well.
You can dress up as Sasquatch. We'll film you. So you know these videos where you just see Sasquatch like going along.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that could be you.
What are you saying? I look like Sasquatch?
No, but you know, you like your performance in that.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm quite tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny just going, he said, I couldn't do it, I look like an Ewok. Hey, but if we spotted an Ewok as well, Johnny, I mean, seriously, I mean, that would be, all right, I'm up for that. If you buy the costume, so I'll just like creep about amongst the redwoods like this.
Yeah.
That's like a zombie, isn't it? Not like that, but like, sort of like, how does he walk? He just sort of walks like this, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like that, yeah. Then you could take the picture of me like that. Yeah.
And I'll just be filming and be like quite nonchalant and just, you know, like, oh my gosh, what is that?
Yeah.
Let me turn my camera around.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you can just go past.
Right, brilliant.
That's
Excellent
it.
stuff.
No one needs to know that's fraud, Charlotte. It's
Sadly, Gemma says she didn't spot Nessie. Betty says we've got a pop-up trailer we pull behind our car. 7 people in the family, travelled all over the Midwest and parts of Canada. And Gilmore says, Ben, you didn't scare Nessie with your dad jokes, did you?
no.
If Nessie had been there, Gilmore, he would have been gravitating towards me with all my funny jokes.
Might be a she.
Or she. Yeah, no one knows.
No one knows.
And very quickly, congratulations to Treasure Heart, who is a new gran. She says, are you all ready for her name revealing? Delilah Rose, £9, 11 ounces.
Oh,
Mum and baby doing well.
congratulations.
Congratulations, Treasure Heart. Granddaughter born today. That's amazing news.
Oh, brilliant.
Congratulations.
That's fantastic news, isn't it? So nice when you hear good news like that. So good to hear it.
What's quite impressive about this, whilst we've just been chatting, you obviously got all of the different colours that you want to use.
Yeah.
And you're managing to get it all onto the one plate, pretty much.
That's it, yeah. So when you're doing, it's a junior Johnny, yeah. So you can do the decoration, but you can easily get so many of the bits on the junior plate or the midi platform. And we're going to come in with some more. And then you'll start to see between the picture on the packaging, as well as going back and watching these shows on YouTube, you'll see how each of the individual dies are used. So you might at first think, oh gosh, what's that one for? But you'll see in a moment it's actually going to be for the top of the window.
What's that, the window and the pop-up bit?
At the top and that, yeah. So you've got all of that. So there's a couple of bits I've already pre-cut. For instance, I need 2 wheels, so I've already done one before, and then I've got these bits good to go. So we'll cut this. Got a couple of other bits because you get like little bits for bunting and all that in there. So you know you can really make it a celebratory sort of camper van if you want to. You know, as if it's the 4th of July or anything like that. The party bus, yep. Could be like the Venga bus if you want to.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Why not?
He's an apology, you and I.
Yeah, we are, aren't we?
Yeah.
We really, really are. Just running that through again because the die had moved to the side, so it hadn't cut the top bit.
And just Jennifer saying, we're just pulling our camper trailer right now. Who and when would you send these cards to with the camper fans? Well, I mean, these are perfect for holidays, for people moving house,
yes,
aren't they?
Now, my auntie and uncle, yeah, of course.
Charlotte, well done. I like that idea. Even for the kids are going to love these as well, aren't they? For,
absolutely.
Kids cards, you know, who doesn't love a camper van?
Now,
Lots
my
of different reasons.
auntie and uncle, they've got a caravan, but I would still make a card with the camper van for them. Do you know what I mean? So you could do, you know, so if they like to go on their travels, and they may not go in a caravan or camper van, but if you're sending it, you know, to do with traveling or something like that, you can still get it because you've got that traveling vibe.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
go for it. You know, you can do.
There's loads of ways you use this, and actually, I also love the idea of, particularly with this for the kids, you know, if you want to get the kids crafting, cut out all the bits and pieces and let them piece it all together themselves.
If you got our treat boxes yesterday with the Velcro.
Yes. You could
use the Velcro.
Stick the bits and pieces on.
Use the Velcro so you can stick the bits and pieces on for sure.
Idea.
You've got that option if you want to.
Yeah.
Or little magnets. You know, on a magnet, if you've got some of our magnetic sheets for your storage, for your dies, get little magnetic discs or squares, or even chop one of your sheets up.
Would these cut through felt, do you think?
Yes.
So we could even have little, remember fuzzy felt?
Fuzzy felt.
So have your own little fuzzy felt, well, that's probably a brand. Have your own felt camper van. Just piece it all together.
Of course you could.
So much fun.
Putting that the wrong way there. Yeah, of course you could. You can have all this fun when it comes to all the different materials that you can be using.
Kelly's just said, I will send these to family whilst I'm on vacation instead of postcards. Why not?
Wow, yeah.
Like literally the coolest postcard you'll ever send, right? The camper van shaped postcard.
100%.
Brilliant.
Because you don't even need to do the card blank. If you simply use that as an individual one, you know, and then right on the back put a stamp with, because you literally use these as a postcard.
Yeah.
So you could do. That's a really good idea.
These are great ideas, everybody. And what I love about this is that we've got all these ideas coming in, which tells me that you're already getting excited about these collections, and that's why they are flying out of the door. Really busy for these right now. And
I'm not surprised. I knew that they would be busy, and certainly with this camper van, hence why I thought we're going to start with this one. But then what we can do...
Charlotte just said we could take pictures of ourselves and put them in the windows.
Yeah, she's about 27 minutes too late on that one.
We've done that one, Charlotte. Thanks for listening.
But you know, you could do, and that's the fun things about it.
But you could, if you were going on, we're coming up with loads of ideas here now. You know, if you were going on a road trip, you could use these like in a scrapbook, like you say, couldn't you? And have little photos stuck to each one of the different venues that you've been to, the different places that you've visited.
Yeah.
And that's just a few ideas for you. So there you go, with that camper van. Multi-uses.
Someone that likes football, you know, decorate it in the football team colours. Say you've got someone football tickets.
Yeah.
Do it as in, you know, football colours with the tickets inside if you want to. Even if you've not got the tickets yet, what I've done with family and friends, if I've got them concert tickets, I've typed out a little faux concert ticket and made it onto a card or something like that. That could be inside if you wanted to.
You could have
tour bus.
Yeah. Oh, seriously.
All these different things that you can be using. But then what I'm going to do is let's finish these bits. Now this very, very fine piece, what this is for, if we then pop our tape on, or you can of course use your tacky glue, I'm going to do that from corner to corner.
Yeah.
Then within this set, you've got all of these triangles for bunting.
Oh, I love that.
So we're going to put the bunting on with these ones here. So we'll put that in a minute.
Do you know what also this would go well with? I can't think exactly of the name of it. We had it on the other day. There's a stamp and die set. Staycation one where there's all the camping equipment and stuff, isn't it? So you could decorate the van with all the staycation stuff. I mean, the ideas today, seriously.
Telling you, flowing.
Tells you that it's a brilliant collection, doesn't it?
It does. It really, really does. And as you said, Ben, with the kids, die cut them out, or, you know, depending on their age, because our Gemini ranges are safe. You know, if you're using the electric ones, we always say just make sure that you are about. But if you are one of those that let your kids have free rein on the MIDI or the Junior, because let's face it, or the MIDI or the Go, we know there's many of you out there. So if that is the case, then, you know, let them have the set and just see what they can come up with.
Jackie's just said this could be made into a fire engine. Great for a little boy's birthday. That's a great shout.
Lorry truck.
Yeah.
A bin lorry.
Also, remember the old Pickford moving vans that they used to have here?
Yeah.
Make it a little moving van for a moving house card.
That's the thing. There is so many things. I know you might think a bin lorry, but look how many, specifically little boys. I know some girls do as well, but primarily little boys. They love the bin lorries, the bin men, and you know. So have them decorated in that way. Yeah, lots of fun, lots and lots of fun that you could be having. And then all that I'm doing now is I'm having a little bit of a play. All these dies, some of them I've pre-cut just to save a little bit of time, but then you start to build. So we've got these bits here that could be the curtains. So let's bring these ones in, and then let's go in. I'm going to pop that one into there. But then even these side curtains, Ben, how cool are these? From the paper pad, but
little curtains.
You've got the dies.
Yeah.
So you've got the little curtains. So they can, let's go in, let's go into here.
Campervan you're creating here. I like the colours.
Yeah, really funky.
Funky campervan.
What you'll find is all the dies are a specific size, and that's so that you can tailor make your camper van whichever way. So if you wanted to have it so that you've got long curtains, you know, I've got it just peeping outside. Could be that the window's open and they're flowing on the outside. Do you know what I mean? It's that fun. It's that movement. And what I'm also doing is let's do it on that side. I'm doing these all flat with my tape. But you'll see through the other demos throughout the show, some of them I'm going to go on foam pads and glue gel, so you can create extra depth to them if you so wish. But we can tuck that one in, press that one into play there, and then what I'll do is I'll come along with the little bit of bunting that I've already got and assemble that.
So busy on the comments. Kaz Jones says, I'm about to complete contracts on a house. Congratulations. And we will have our own static on our land. Ben and Craig, you're more than welcome to bring your craft tour to North Wales. Free accommodation.
Hey.
There we go. We'll add that to the tour itinerary. Producer Johnny's just noting that one down. So North Wales, where else are we going? Loch Ness and the California we're going, aren't we? Oh, and the Bourbon Trail in Kentucky.
Oh yeah, Bourbon Trail.
Diane just saying my son-in-law does like ambulances. This would be great for that too. Ambulances, yes. Karen says, hi, Craig and Ben.
Hi.
I bought my 3-year-old granddaughter the Gemini Go, and she loves die cutting and creating. So even 3-year-olds are using
3-year-olds, yeah.
With supervision. That's really cute.
It is, you know, and I know, as I pointed out a minute ago, I will just say it again. I know we do say, obviously, when there's kids using it, make sure that you're about. However, we know you do it with Daisy. I know she's a bit older.
She's 10, but she uses them fine.
You respectfully, you know your kiddies and your grandkids.
Exactly right.
You know what they can safely use or that if you're about or not. So let them have free rein. Let them play about. See what they can come up with.
Yeah.
But let's finish this one off. All these tiny little bits as well.
That looks like it's going to some sort of music festival. That one.
Yeah.
Like Glastonbury. Yeah.
Maybe can I say it? If you're a hippie,
yeah.
If you like the style and
absolutely, like almost like it's off to what was that? The big event? Is it Woodstock?
Yes.
It's got that sort of vibe about it.
Yeah. But then each stamp set, you get your coordinated stamps. So within this one, I've already stamped it out. You don't have to be crazy to camp with us. We can train you.
Love it.
You can see that. Now I've popped it on a mat and layer. You could just pop it inside if you want. But look at that. For the first one, hard to play. As I say, you could pop a little bit of card behind the door if you want to. But they're so much fun. Absolutely love these ones. So cool. And as you can see or hear from the comments that Ben's reading out, you guys are loving them as well.
You really are. What a lovely first demo. Dee just saying you could make a delivery truck with the name of the business on the side with the small letters from the other day. You could use some vellum for the windows and put some small lights for the inside and the headlights as well. Really great ideas. Keep those coming through. Make sure that you don't miss out on those deals as well. $57.56 is the price if you're a platinum member. $70.84 if you're shopping with us in the US. US. If you want paper though, by the way, let's go through all of that, shall we? We've got the Pastels and Brights collections. When you've got a set like this, you're going to want to make sure, and I know lots of you already have plenty of paper and cardstock, but it's always nice to stock up, isn't it? £17.60 or $23.60 is the deal. 25% off, and you're going to get 72 sheets in total. So you've got your beautiful pastels. You've also got your brights in there as well. Look at all of those, absolutely stunning. 72 sheets in total. And as I say, $17.60 or $23.60 is the deal on those. Lovely to stock up, and again, those colours I think will work absolutely beautifully. Next up, you've got your Spring Fever. These pads actually came from the Year of Craft. I think it was box 1, wasn't it? And what I love about this kind of formulation is that you've got beautiful pattern papers, and you've also got the solids to go with them as well. So you've got the best of both worlds. £11.94 or $14.50 is your platinum price. So a lovely collection of bright springtime colours, spots and dots and stripes and florals, even some hearts in there as well for Valentine's Day. And then to match up with all of the beautiful papers that you've got in there, you've got the corresponding solids as well. So it just makes it so easy for you to be able to create all of those mats and layers. And actually, the 8x8s, again, perfect for this sort of collection because, as you can see, you've got lots of kind of additional elements of dyes, particularly with that Campervan, that you'll be wanting a lot of different colours for to decorate it up. So having pads like these at your disposal is perfect. £11.94 platinum price, $14.50, saving 35%. The Pick and Mix, this is my favourite, I'm telling you, because this is from Year of Craft box number 5, which was Pick and Mix. Let's party! And take a look at the pattern papers that you're going to get in here. These are absolutely beautiful. A whole range of stunning designs, really bright, really fun, from your florals in here to your spots and your stripes and your splodges. There's even some pages coming up in just a second. I mean, come on, one of the most beautiful pattern papers I think you'll find, with the beautiful rainbows on there. Look at that again, really love those colours, that sort of ombre effect, and then again florals and little sweeties almost. These remind me of those little dolly mixers you used to be able to get back in the day. But again, 48 sheets in there, and then on top of that, we're going to give you all of the solid colours as well, double-sided, and of course all of the colours that you've got here match with the colours of the pattern paper in this bundle as well. So perfect partners right the way through. And what a deal again today. It should be, what, nearly £23, nearly $28. Platinum members are at £11.94 or $14.50 if you are with us in the US. These are little asides that you absolutely need to pop into your basket, but what you really need to go for is the brand new launch, because this is flying out the door. By the way, just before we go through the boards, don't forget, 20 minutes time, Sharon Callis will be joining us live via the wonders of modern technology. She's got some crazy deals coming up on lots of her collections. Talking about crazy deals, launching this today, it should be £90, $110, but we're saying, you know what? Have £18 off, have $22 off, and pick this up today for $71.95 or $88.55, less your club inspired discount. We've seen that amazing camper van again, and as we've chatted about, not just a camper van, could be a fire truck, could be an ice cream truck, could be a removals van, an ambulance, however you want to use it. It comes with a lovely set of sentiments as well. And again, you know, we've chatted about using this with those little hook and loop tags that you can get, so the kids can use this. Use it with felt as well, you know, there's so many different materials that you can cut. Now, not just the camper van within this collection, of course you're going to get the high heels, and I know there's been a lot of chat on the socials about these as well. And don't forget, you've got the ability to create that card shape, but then again, if you just want the toppers, you can do that as well. You know, you've got all of the different added embellishments there too, and again, a lovely array of sentiments to go with those as well. And then the handbag, which again, loads of you chatted about in the comments, lots of different pieces as far as this bag is concerned as well, so you can build this up in all of the different colours and all of the different styles, make it into a little man bag as well. You know, it doesn't have to be a lady's handbag at all, it can be in whatever colours that you like. It's a lovely, lovely collection. The best way to get all of those is by getting the deal on the screen right now. However, if you do shop the show, you'll find the broken down bundles as well, where you can go for them individually. But let us get back to Craig for another demo, because as I say, Sharon Callis waiting in the wings with loads of great deals in just a few moments, or 20 minutes time. But before that, let's go back over to Craig. Shoes or bag next?
We're going to go for a handbag next.
Handbag.
We're going to go for a handbag, then we can do the shoe afterwards after Sharon. And what I'm going to do within this one as well, this is when you want to bring out your gems, bring out your Nouveau drops, anything like that that you've got. Maybe your shimmer powders you got with Jodie, or maybe you've got some from Hunky Dory, or any other stash that you've got at home. Get them used when it comes to all of these. So what we're going to do is let's use our actual handbag die. So we're going to do exactly the same as we've done before, Ben. So I'll repeat this one, and that is take your card blank. So again, doesn't matter what size it is, as long as it's big enough to fit your die, and we're going to lift it up so it just hovers over the edge of your card blank and no more, and then we can tape to secure that one. So we're going to run this one through, and then what I have already done, because we don't need to do it again, using that same die, I've ran it through some of our silver pearlescent card. So the same with the Campervan, what I've done is the whole die this time, and then that's what's going to create the full handbag. So if we then take that one off just carefully,
yep,
and that one, so this is when that one is going to fit just over the top that we can see here. That's given us our full handbag. Then what we can do is we can then go in. I've already done these tiny little bits. So we've got kind of like the clasps here. We've got the little lock. I mean, even this little lock, clasp lock here, that is for the tiny little purse holder that you can pop on the front. So I've done that one. I've got these little hearts already done as well, because these all come included. So if I show you these ones, and then we can die cut the other ones. Little tag all comes included. If I bring you that in so you can see, you've got your tag, you've got your tiny little circles, so that could be your little faux pearls if you want to. So cool. But then we're going to come in with our pearl papers. Again, with the pearl papers, I've used our Decadent Decor 12 by 12 paper pad. And we're going to go in, and then let's take what will be the top fold of the handbag. These are the bottom corners of the handbag. So we can do these ones. And then let's go in, and I'm going to snip that bit off because I don't need it all. And then what I'm going to do is let's then go in with some black card. And this is some of our black Centura pearl. And then what I'm going to do with this can then be the handle of the handbag. But then this bit here that's going to be the top fold, if you want it to be one of those purse designs with the little point, you can use that instead if you want to. So you're not stuck to making just one specific style of handbag. You've got a few different dies that you can then be using. But then we're going to do that one, and then let's take this little pointy one. That's actually going to be the clasp. So I've already done one. And then this die here is the one that I've used to create that tiny little pocket.
Okay.
So let's secure these ones, and then we can run these ones through.
Sharon says, I've ordered mine from the 8 a.m. show, but I didn't want to miss this one. She loved your first card, Craig.
Thank you.
Gemma Wilson saying amazing card stock deals. Gilmore on YouTube says, Ben, we've missed you on the later shows. Oh, you guys.
I know, I have.
Been hanging out with the morning crew.
You have.
Been hanging out with the morning crew. Those are early mornings, you know. I like, the morning crew are good, but it's good to be back with you guys as well, so it's nice to have that bit of a mixture. Nice to be back with your main man.
I know. We were saying that. Well. It's been, what was that we were saying? It's maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks since we were on together.
As I said to you, I think as I get older, I find it hard to differentiate all the days. It just all goes into one blur.
Yeah.
I know that I've seen you not recently. Well, I think it was last week we did a show together.
I think so, it was.
Was that Hunky Dory show?
I'm sure it was the last Hunky Dory one, wasn't it?
Or 2 weeks ago?
Sure it was.
Well, I don't know. But yes, it's nice to be back on the afternoons. I'm going to be back on the morning tomorrow morning.
Who are you on with? Who are you on with?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning.
I'm on with I'm on with you tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow morning I'm on with you, so I'm getting really confused.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning I'm on with you, and we've got Hayley from the Dreamies coming in, haven't we?
We have.
Yes, and then Monday, that's where I'm getting confused, I'm with Michelle, and we'd like to say what's coming up on Monday.
Can we tell people now, Johnny?
Has that been revealed yet? I don't know if it's been revealed.
It's definitely happening because she's texted me to say.
But has it been revealed though? I don't know if it's been revealed. I always wait till it gets like put out on the socials. You guys know the Dreamies are coming tomorrow, right?
Yes. Just think, we do have someone, and do you know, all I'm going to say as well, if you do love Hunky Dory, I'm going to tell you it's pretty much Hunky Dory takeover day on Monday.
Right.
That's all that I'm saying.
So you just, okay, all right. It's going to be a Hunky Dory kind of day on.
And it's not just me that's doing all the shows when demonstrating.
No. And Johnny's going to be in on the morning show, aren't you, on Monday, Johnny? Are you going to enjoy getting up early? Yeah, you'll love that. 5 o'clock alarm call. I don't mind getting up early actually. It's nice to get in early. You know, get it all done, get out.
Get it all done. Yeah. But then I feel like a lag later on in the day.
You feel like a lad?
I feel like I lag later on in the day.
I thought you said you feel like a lad later in the day.
I feel like I lag.
I know what you mean. You get sort of later on into the day, don't you? And by about 3 o'clock, you're having a nap on the sofa.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, it's got to be bedtime soon, is it? And then you look and it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's like, okay. Yeah. Maybe not.
Mary Pat says, good morning everyone from Montana. Love the camper van, so cute and perfect for our area. Every other homeowner has a camper parked in their driveway. Wow.
Okay.
Mariah says, I know someone at work who loves her heels and bags. I will need to give her both for her birthday. Well, if you need to give her both for a birthday, get this collection because you get both and the van as well.
Yeah.
Anne Peer on YouTube says, Craig, does the handbag die fit through the Junior?
Yes, they all fit through the Junior. All of them, and then it's the decorative parts that will go through your smaller ones. So yeah, all of them will fit through the Junior. No problem at all.
No problem.
But then look at these little clasps here. So all that I'm doing is these little tail dies that you see here, that you're going to pop the little clasps that I've cut round in silver. Then I'm going to come in with my tape here.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm going to continuate that bit there.
Yep.
And then we can do the same with this one here, continuation, and then let's just straighten that bit up. So I've not pressed too hard yet, so it means I could move it. And same with that one there. So you get that continuation of the clasps coming down on the handbag, which is super, super cool. And then what we've got with this one, I am just going to take a second, Ben.
Yeah, no worries.
To do this with my red liner tape just down the sides here.
Okay. Lots of you going for this collection. I'm thinking actually, I need to make a couple of cards over this weekend because I promised Valentine's, of course, Monday. I want to make a card for Mrs. M this year. And I've also promised that I'd make one for Debbie Robinson as well. So I'm thinking like a set, maybe like the handbag or the shoe, quite nice little Valentine's cards potentially.
That'd be good.
And they're the kind, particularly for me and for new crafters as well, kits like this are very self-explanatory, aren't they? They're
Absolutely.
very sort of straightforward because you can see where all of the bits are to go. You basically get the dies back and then you just choose the colours that you want to work with and create your own style, whether it be the shoe, whether it be the bag or whether it be the handbag. So they're very self-explanatory, and the fact that you get the sentiments that you can pop onto your card as well, and the fact that these actually make the card bases, I just think make these really awesome dies for a complete new crafter as well. So if you're watching this for the first time and you want, again, easy to make cards, but cards which are going to have that real wow factor, and let's be honest, like shape cards really do have that, don't they, Craig?
They do, they absolutely do. But then on the total flip side, that you know where to put them because of they're quite self-explanatory, but it's not set in stone that they have to go where they are. So you can literally, if you want that to the side, if you want them out to the side, if you want to use one of the other dies, if you want that off, do you know what I mean? You might want to have it so that the actual handle is half on, half off. You have full creative play as to where you want to pop the bits. So if you want to do them exact, you can, but then if you're concerned about, sometimes I don't know where to put stuff, you don't need to worry. Just pop it wherever you want. Get creative and make whichever you want. So yeah, you've got that ability, which is just fab.
What have you just popped in there? Is that a little tag?
A little tag.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, a little tag with a little love heart that you can then die cut from the set as well. But then I'm just going to press that in. But then within this one here, to finish the decoration, this tiny one, this is the little clasp that can then go over the top as if it goes to close and seal it. We've got our little love heart lock. We've got that one here. So we could then pop that underneath. So maybe your handbag on the front has got a little lock on it. So let's pop that one on. And then again, a couple of the sentiment and a couple.
Have you got a man bag?
I've got a you know, like a sports
like a
bag, a carry bag, yeah. Over the shoulder sports bag.
What's that, Johnny? Oh, he's got a man bag when he goes on holiday. What do you have in your man bag? Oh, like I see. So all the stuff for the beach as well, like your towels, your sun cream, your phone. What do you have in there? Loo rolls.
Euros.
Oh, euros.
Johnny,
Why does he carry loo rolls around with him?
Have you got a bum bag as well? Bum bag as well?
Mate, I always wear a bum bag when I go on holiday. That's just I do. It's just a thing, isn't it? I've got a bum bag. No. What? No, you wear it. Everyone has a bum bag, or as in the US, you call them fanny packs, don't you?
Fanny packs.
But the I have one because it's good to know where your passports are and where all your money and bits and pieces are, and it's good to have them on your person, isn't it? Rather than having them in your bag. So that's why I wear the bum bag.
The bum bags.
Fanny pack. So yes. Anyway, how did we get onto that? Oh yes, talking about handbags and man bags. And you with your loo rolls and euros, not loo rolls. I have a man bag, but I don't know why I have it, because I literally just, I mean, all the stuff in it is just stuff that I never really use. But I think that's probably the same with a lot of handbags, though, isn't it? Do you not carry around in your handbags lots of stuff potentially that you never have? Charlotte, have you got a handbag? Oh, you do. What's in? Oh yeah, roller Easter. We've got our roller Easter eggs to put in our bags now, thanks to Craig.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
What have you got in yours, Charlotte? Vitamins, euros, a purse, car keys. Nothing of major interest then, really. An apple. Yeah. Phone charger. I mean, this is great. An orange. Wow.
Gosh, that's loads that you've got.
This is a big bag she's got there, isn't it?
Big bag.
Big bag. She's got paracetamol. That's just when she's working with me. Ibuprofen. That's for when she's working with me as well. Yep. Rachel says, mine contains everything but the kitchen sink. I'm a mum. Yes, I think mums tend to have a lot in their handbags, don't they?
Yeah, mums do, don't they?
Hardly anything for themselves. Peg just says, what a cutie patootie little handbag.
And then there we go. So this is where, I'm not going to lift it up too much because I don't want the Nouveau drops to then drip down. But then bring in your Nouveau drops, your Pearl drops, your gems, bring all them in as well for you to then obviously get creative with. But then you've got that, so then that can of course be your little bag that you can then be making.
Absolutely beautiful. We're going to have a quick look because I cannot believe we've almost finished the first hour of launch day. Sharon Callis is going to be with us in about 5 minutes time, and then we'll have the second half of launch day coming your way at 11 a.m. Eastern or 8 a.m. Pacific. Will there be any previews of the mystery bags, says Jennifer Joseph? So those are going to be coming up later on for you on Cartload. I would say before then, potentially not, but we might do. All I will say is Cartload coming your way at 7 o'clock tonight UK time. Not as much stock as we would have liked. Get in early and grab those, especially if the hunky-dory mystery bags. But basically the mystery bags, I think they're around about £25, but they've got over £50 worth, or some of them have got like $70, $80 worth of goods in them. So make sure you grab those whilst we have them. Let's just have a quick look, as I say, at some of those shoes, the high heels, because those are the only ones we haven't got got onto on the show. So, Craig, whet our appetite as to what might be coming up later.
Right, let's show you what you could be using. The way that they are initially intended, using the actual die itself to create that lovely high heel. Now this is where if you do want to, or ever thought about designing your own shows, you can then be doing that. But then what you could do is pop them onto your card blank if you want to. So don't necessarily think that you have to use them the way that they're intended. Again, bringing in your pattern papers, even use them on the card blanks, but then what you can still do is have them so that they open and close. That one's got a little bit of a wobble to it.
Oh yeah.
Then, tone on tone, how well does that look? In actual fact, one of the demos that we'll do later on with the high heel, which is I've done all in red, and it's using a red glitter card, a red mirror card, and a red satin card. It's as if Dorothy is going to see the wizard on that one there. So we'll do that. Again, little individual one you can see here, and then what about popping it onto a card? If you've got any of these studs that you can then be using them.
I was going to say, they look like studs when you laid it down. Look at those.
Who made that? Oh, our Julia. It doesn't surprise me that she's got things like that.
No, it doesn't
surprise me in the top. She's probably got a jacket, with the studs all down the arms and things like that. So, yeah, that's the sort of thing. And then remember, you've got all of these sentiments as well within each set. So each set has its own coordinated sentiment stamps, but you can be mixing and matching or just using them within your own crafty stash if you wanted to.
Plenty of inspiration. Plenty of inspiration and plenty of great ideas for you, and we will feature the brand new collection in just over an hour's time as launch day continues. But I'll just quickly wrap this up. We'll give you plenty of time as well. Of course, if you now want to have a bit of a break, you can check out your baskets. Do stay with us though, because Sharon Callis will be with us very shortly indeed. I can see her in my screen limbering up. She is ready to go, dancing away, doing a few stretches, and she will be ready to get crafting with us in just a few moments time. She is actually doing some stretches now. Right, this collection, as you said, brand new today. Lots of you have already picked it up this morning, I know, and lots of you have bought it right now. Just how much fun you can have with this is phenomenal. All of these beautiful dies to be able to create the actual shape of the card, and then of course you can cut the layers out as well if you just want to do that, and then look at the Campervan. Great case in point that you've got so many different dies to build this up. You'll have so much fun with it, and the stamps are amazing as well. Adventure awaits. I love adventure, and home is where you park it. Life rocks when your living room rolls. Brilliant. I love that. Then you've got the shoe, which we'll see more later on if the shoe fits. So all the different components to be able to build this up. Again, think of all the papers and cards that you've got to be able to create the shoe that fits for you. You've got have a fabulous birthday. Good shoes take you to good places. And then you've got friends are always in fashion, and more in that stamp set. And then you've got your beautiful Classy and Fabulous, which is that gorgeous handbag or man bag that we've just seen with Craig. Again, so many different components to build up that bag to how you want it to look. Classy and Fabulous, life is short. Buy the bag. That is the collection. More on that to come. Massive thank you to Craig. He will be back with us in just an hour's time. Make sure you check out your baskets, because we're going to take a short little break, and we'll come back in just a few moments' time with some unbelievable deals with the lovely Sharon Callis.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Quick buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey Tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey Tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design. Live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts, where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafter's Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Hello, and welcome back to Crafters TV. A few little gremlins there. I apologise for how that froze on your screen just then. Wasn't the prettiest of images there, was it, of me going? But there we go. Lovely to have your company. Thank you for joining us here on Crafters TV. Oh, wow, it's been such a brilliant few weeks here. We have absolutely loved all of the brand new shows. We've loved all of the brand new launches as well. And we've enjoyed thoroughly inviting all of our crafty friends to join us as well. And we thought, you know, we need to keep this going. We need to keep this rolling. So we are inviting another one of our crafty friends onto the show today. And you will have already seen her this morning if you tuned in with George and Debbie. But I am delighted to say that joining us for the next hour or so is the lovely Sharon Callis. How are you, Sharon?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you. All set, ready to go after a great show this morning.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of it actually with George, and it was lovely to see you crafting away. And actually, I kind of feel glad that you're sat down in your own craft room here, because the deals that we're bringing from your collections are just redonkulous, aren't they?
They're absolutely ridiculous for the price, for what you get, all the dies, all the stamps. But yeah, that's what Crafters TV does.
Absolutely right. That's why people keep coming back. Just very quickly before we get into the deals, for people perhaps who are new to us, because we've got so many new viewers watching all the time. If people perhaps haven't met you before, haven't heard about your, Sharon Callis Crafts, tell us a little bit about you and how you got involved with Crafters TV to sort of set the scene a bit.
Gosh, well, I've been around the block for a long time. So I started my career designing for other companies and working on design teams for lots of brands that people would be familiar with in the USA and the UK. And then I joined the Crafters Companion design team.
Yeah.
Then I left to launch my own brand. And people might know me for my flowers with arts and flowers and flower artistry. And then I came back the Crafters Companion, with my Sharon Callis Crafts brand. So I design dies and stamps mainly, but florals are my absolute favourite to work with. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. A designer who loves to play with paper.
It's good to kind of get the little backstory there, and one of the loveliest ladies, one of the most talented ladies as well, and as you can see, one of the most tidiest craft rooms in the industry as well, although you can't see the other side of the camera. There are some amazing deals to come this afternoon, and let's just get going and show you some of these. The Heartfelt Greetings collection, hugely popular when we launched this, and this is on a buy two, get two free deal. Such a lovely idea is this, because you've got the dies to be able to create the most beautiful apertures, whether you're just wanting to create kind of your standard apertures, whether you're wanting to create, beautiful dome cards, whether you're just wanting to cut these and layer these onto your projects, absolutely brilliant. But what I love most about these is that they give you that effect of the sentiment almost like floating within the middle of your card, but the shape that the die cuts allows you to use those stamps in conjunction. So simply it's going to cut that shape for you. And then, with the happy birthday die that you've got there, you can then simply stamp your balloons and your presents into the die cut. You've got sending blessings there as well. You're going to see lots of butterflies over the course of the next hour or so, and some stunning collections. That's amazing. And that's where your spending stops really with this collection, because we're going to give you the next two for free. Think about this as well. Thank you. How nice just to be able to send a thank you card to somebody with those gorgeous roses. And of course, again, once you stamp those up, you can then colour those to whatever colour you want them to be. And then we've got the gorgeous thinking of you as well, with even more detailing around the actual aperture there itself, which is amazing. So all four of those are included in this deal. You are only paying for two though as part of this deal today. So £23.98 or $27.12. I'm eager, I know we're going to be starting off with these, but eager to show you some of the other deals that we've got on the show as well, because these really are quite simply ridiculous. So the Flower Fairies collection, which, again, we loved on launch. You can get these as broken down bundles. So look, the Flower Fairies Jasmine selection, half price deal, £13 and change if you're a platinum member, or $15.16 if you are shopping with us in the US, as well as Jasmine. We've got the Aster selection as well. So you've got the beautiful Flower Fairies, and then you've got these gorgeous quilling dies as well for you to be able to create the actual flower itself. So 29 elements in total with the Aster selection. Again, look at that price, £13.19 if you're a platinum member, $15.16. If you've loved the Sharon Callis collections and you've been waiting for a show where the prices get smashed down city low, this is that show. Now, next up, look at this deal on the sensational succulents. Again, I remember when we launched this and this was flying out of the door at the launch price. I can tell you something for nothing. The launch price was not $34.99 or $48.99. This is incredible. And if you love to create your own flowers, this set takes it to that next step, because it allows you to create a whole bunch of different succulents, the like of that I've not seen in craft before. It's phenomenal. You're going to get your little pots in there, your little tags for all of your succulents as well. There's so much in that collection. 46 elements for £27.99 or $39.19 if you're a platinum member is a ridiculous deal, almost an insult to that collection. Also, can you believe this? The From the Heart stamp collection, a £48, $60 bundle. These are $7.99 each. You're getting the full collection, if you're platinum, for £11 and change. $13.99. Unbelievable. And again, these are such beautiful stamps, and 38 elements in total. Once again, something for every occasion right there. These really are ridiculous. And then, talking of ridiculous, from the Butterflies and Blooms 6-piece selection, you've got 50 elements in total here. Individually, these are $12.99. Right, or $16. You're getting the full selection here for £14.39 or $19.99, containing two of the most beautiful butterfly dies that I think I've seen here at Crafters TV. They are absolutely phenomenal. As we said, we're live and interactive this Thursday. If there's anything that you want to ask during the show, if there's anything you want to know about Sharon, anything you want to ask about the products, today is the day to be able to do it, and we will fire those questions Sharon's way. Get in touch on Facebook and on YouTube, and also let us know if you've got any of these collections already, why you love them so much. That is enough chit chat from me. Let's get over to the lovely Sharon, who I think is going to be having a look at the Heartfelt Greetings collection.
Yeah, what I want to do is just to show you the versatility that is in these dies and what you will get in each individual package. So every one of these comes with, and it's like an edger die, like an outline die, but you use it to cut an aperture. And this will have a sentiment in the center, and you will also get 2 matching stamps. So I'll show you with the samples here. So with the thank you, just try and reflect the light. As you can see, it's cut in to the card itself. So that means you can have the card base itself any size you want. This is a 6x6, but what you must do when you're going to do your cutting out is ensure there's enough space on the top and bottom for your stamp. So this is the thank you, and that's gorgeous. That's done with the pink, and there's an acetate on that. That adds stability to the dome that you can create with this card. But how gorgeous would that be? Maybe if you seal off the bottom and then you could fill the inside of it with flowers or sweets or treats or something for someone. The next one is the thank you. And this is the same principle, but inside it there is room for some of the quilling flowers. So don't be afraid, like if you've got plain background papers, build things in behind it or use the stamps again to fill up the space.
Yes.
Next one then is happy birthday.
Love it.
You can see here, this is a stepper card, and the space behind it, now you could put fancy paper here or you could leave it, but again, this is all cut out in a solid colour, and you're paper piecing on this with your balloons and your present, and I'll show you how to do that in the demo. How about this for shaker card? And then of course we've got 2 more dome cards. So this is the sending blessings again, but this one has a deeper curve in it. And this is what I was saying. It's a 6x6 card. So when I cut this, I cut to the height of the card, but the length of it was 8 inches. So the longer it is, the deeper the curve, basically. And then of course, lastly, we have the thinking of you with the gorgeous daffodils in it. And use your embossing folders in the background with your distress inks, etc. This gives it some dimension and a focal point and some texture to your card. So that's the samples for those.
Absolutely brilliant. Lovely to see some more finished samples there so you can get in your mind, get an idea as to how you can use this collection. Peg Conrad has just said, hi Sharon, I love your products. Lisa says, love this collection the succulents, as I live high in the desert of California and this is so suited to themes popular in my area. And Patty on Facebook says, I love all of Sharon's collection. So let's get into that first demo and have a little look at as to how these work.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an A4 sheet of cardstock and I'm going to fold it in half. So that's your basic card base. Now the overlay, I'm going to do a curved card. So what I've done is I've cut a piece of the lilac Centura pearl. It's the same height, so it will generally always track when we go to form the dome. So use a plain cardstock and stamp direct onto it, or you could use coloured patterned paper, whatever, and then stamp your stamps and then fussy cut around them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this, but not quite in the centre, because I'm going to put a ribbon across the top here. So I'm going to bring it down, but I need to ensure that I have enough space for my stamp at the end. So very quickly, just take your stamp, place it over it, and that helps you then get your height adjustment. So I think we'll stick with about there. And that still gives me plenty of room on the bottom then for when I add the stamp and I center it. So I'm going to secure this in place before I cut it. So I'll take out the tape because I have, as usual, wrecked my tape holder. So with that in place, I'm going to put some tape in it. Put it on the inside because that's, and I'm just going to pop this through. And then we're going to talk about the stamps. So there is 2 easy ways of doing the stamps themselves. You could get a plain sheet of the white cardstock, place the die down, cut it out in white, and then align your stamps over that, and then fussy cut it out. Right, so we take this off. So you see that's the waste that comes away with it.
Yes.
Very easy. And what it leaves you with then is, I'll just move this out of the way.
That's fab.
And try not to wreck the place. Look how gorgeous that is.
Yeah.
Now that would be perfect on its own, but if I was to stamp directly onto this, it might smudge. You could do it with your quick dry inks or your heat embossing, but colouring it in might be a bit tricky. So what I've done then is earlier on I stamped the 2 stamps onto the white cardstock, cut it out, just basically snipped around.
Yes.
And then I'm left with these. And they're going to be affixed to the front of the card where they would have gone. But first what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my ribbon and I'm going to place that on. So I have this gorgeous purple ribbon that's going to go up the top here.
Lovely. What did you colour the balloons and the birthday present with?
I used my tri-blends.
Okay. Is that your pen of choice, your Spectrum Noir pen of choice?
It is, because with the blending and on the balloons where you've got like a light source and the shading, starting with the lighter tone to the dark, when they're all in the one pen, you just don't have to think about it. You know, it's there, it's done for you, and there's no thinking about it involved, basically.
And that's the best way to craft, isn't it, you see?
Oh, it is.
But you don't have to engage brain.
Loads of the cards, you know, and you want to put them all, put 1 or 2 or 3 out of the same design.
Yeah.
Having the pen there and all in one is just unbelievably easier to do. Right, so you see there, I've just lined them up where they would have been.
Fab.
And then I'm going to flip it over because I need to do 2 things. I need to add some red liner tape, firstly. I'm using red liner tape because it's a stiff card, and for speed, you know, like trying to let it dry. If I was to do this, not live on television, and I had time to hold it, then I would just use my liquid glue.
Yes.
So just put that down. Before I take off the tape, I'm going to bend up the sides. Now, you don't have to bend it all the way back, just enough, like that, and then come around and do the other side. And then we follow the crease, so use your scoreboard for that. Now, so this is ready for assembly now, so I'm just going to put that to the side for a minute. And then we're going to have a background. So I've actually used the Sarah signature pad for this one.
That masquerade ball.
The masquerade ball.
Thought it was.
And the way I cut the paper is I wanted the floral design near the bottom because this part is going to be covered anyway by the top of the card and the ribbon. So I'll use just use my tape pen to fix that. And there's gorgeous colours in this pad. I've gone through about 3 of these pads so far. They're definitely my go-to pad at the moment.
I think everyone loves that pad.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. So I've added it to Stampin' Card just for rigidity and just to ensure the integrity, you know, that it stays in place. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attempt to remove the backing of the red liner tape.
Do you know what, Sharon? I've been doing a bit more crafting recently, both at home with my daughter, and also I try and join in with the guys here. And one of the most difficult things I find is removing red liner tape. So I'm glad you're a kindred spirit with me in that regard.
Well, one thing I learned this morning is don't let the roll go near your radiator. It makes the glue really tacky. And this morning it was an epic for me getting the back of it off. I'm sure everyone was at home taking bets on how long it was going to take. Okay, so I'm just going to, it's facing down the wrong way, and then we're going to face our pattern paper into it.
Okay.
And then we're going to line it up one side and press down. Now, because it's Centura Pearl, I would use a bone tool just to press it.
Yes.
Now, but we're going to have to lift it to the other side. So don't press down because you'll create a crease. Lift it up off the crafty table, line it up as best you can on this side, and then it's okay to press it down and pinch along here to secure it.
Brilliant.
Now, so this gives us our little rocky curve.
Brilliant. Love that.
Now, I'm going to fix this to the card base, so I'm going to come back with my red liner tape. And I'm using 6mm for this one. Because I want to ensure that the ribbon as well gets grabbed, so it doesn't pull out.
Okay. Samantha just say that these dies would be great for shaker cards. Of course,
They're perfect for that. You can have any size in I'm going to use the stamps. Okay, now I'm going to line it up edge to edge, to press it down. So just put the hand in. And another trick, if you're doing this and if you're using light paper and you don't want to rip it, get your ruler, bring it in, and just give it a little rub like that. It helps you to press it down. So then I have a little bow for the top, and I'll use my 3D gel just to fix that in place. So put a little bit behind that, place that on the front, and then that's a basic, simple way of doing it.
it doesn't look basic or simple. I mean, the demo did, but the finished project looks amazing, Sharon. And that's the whole point, though, isn't it? Like a collection like this can make you look like a professional straight off the bat.
It is. Like, you've seen what it is. It's basically a square card or a rectangle. You just place it in the middle, cut it through, 2 stamps, and it looks like you have spent a long time getting that ready. And if you look at the sentiment, do you see the way that floats?
Yeah.
Well, and while the card is curved, the sentiment isn't. I wonder if you can see it if I do that. Do you see?
That's a perfect shot, yes.
Yeah, so the difference that you can do, if you use acetate, obviously it might stick down to it, but you can have fun with that and with your box tops and for your gifts as well.
Absolutely phenomenal. I love that demo so much. And isn't that amazing? Isn't it nice to see, right? Something which is so easy to follow with Sharon taking us through it. But then once you've seen the construction of it, you think, well, I'm quite new, but I could do that. I could create a card like that. And that's the point, again, with this collection. Don't forget, you're going to get actually 4 different designs here. And the deal on this today is incredible, really. When you consider that you're going to only pay for 2, then we're going to give you another 2 sets absolutely for free, for nada, for nothing. This is the set that Sharon was using just a few moments ago there. So that happy birthday. You've seen how this works, how easy this gives you that amazing die cut. Again, whether you're using this as an aperture, whether you're using it for a shaker card, a box lid, or like Sharon did just there, creating that really cool dome card. And then you've got the room there to pop in your stamps, whether you want to pop them, straight on, stamp them straight on and then colour them, or as Sharon did, do them separately and add them on later. But you've got happy birthday in there, sending blessings with the butterfly. I'm sure it's going to be an absolutely massive hit. And don't forget, you can use these stamps individually as well. There's nothing to say that you can't take these, like these gorgeous florals as well on the thank you, into your other projects as well. So it's super, super versatile, super easy crafting, but super professional finished results you'll get with this collection as well. It's a half price deal, basically £23.98 or $27.12 for that collection. Really great deals today on the Sharon Callis range. We're super delighted that Sharon is with us live to kind of give us inspiration and demonstrate with these, and we're super, super excited that you guys are able to pick these up at such unbelievable prices as well. Now, talking about unbelievable prices, half price deals on the flower fairies. And these are incredible. Again, if you want a set which is going to give you crafting versatility, and also a set which I think you will love crafting with the kids and the grandkids with. This is the set to go for, because it's going to create you lots of different flower fairies, different characters. This is the Jasmine set, and as you can see, what we've got for you here is a collection which is not only going to stamp out these beautiful, beautiful images, but then you've got the dies to be able to cut out your stamped images to be able to create your flower fairy. And the great thing is, again, with this, is that you can totally customize your fairy. You know, if you just wanted a ballerina there without the wings, absolutely you can do that. You don't have to cut out all the bits, and you basically build these fairies to look how you want them to look, is the point here. You can embellish them how you want to embellish them. So it gives you so much versatility. You've got the beautiful sentiments with those as well. And with each of the flower fairies, we give you the actual flower too. So you've got the Jasmine die included with this really, really great system, which I just remember Sharon for, like being able to create these flowers really, really simply and easily. So that's also included within the Jasmine set. £13 or $15 if you're platinum is ridiculous for these. Honestly, I can't believe the prices we're doing. If you don't pick these up today, you are missing an absolute trick as far as I'm concerned. As well as Jasmine, same again, we've got gorgeous Aster here, and once again, loads of stamps to get working with, all of the dies to be able to cut out your stamped images once again. And like I said, you know, you build up as to how you want it to look. If you wanted to kind of just be like a ballerina, you can do. If you wanted to be the fairy, you can. I mean, here, her wings could just be like a butterfly on its own. The point is you have got total ability to customize these to how you want them to look. And once again, you've got one of those gorgeous quilling dies to be able to create the actual flower with the calyx. And then that beautiful leaf in there too. £13 for all of that again. Are you joking me? That's amazing. $15, $16 if you're platinum. Do not miss out on these today. They are phenomenal. And I think possibly as we go over to Sharon, I mean, Sharon, the goodies that you bring to us are always amazing. But I love the flower fairies because they're so, like, you can basically make your flower fairy look however you want it to look. These are super customizable, aren't they?
Super customizable, super interchangeable as well. So the elements that I've put into each fairy, like you've got little magic wands, you've got sentiments, you've got flourishes, you've got flower stamps. Use those, mix and match, build a scene, build a diorama. The dies that come with it can be used as well to build silhouettes. So you don't even have to use the stamps. You could do backgrounds and silhouettes with those. Great with your inked backgrounds. Use your black inks on them. The dancers themselves are all in dance and ballet poses. So if you have a little dancer in your life, you don't have to use the flower skirts because each of them comes with clothes, basically.
Yes.
Tunic or something. Or why not cut out those elements in felt or cut them out in flower foam and add those to the paper to give it some texture as well. You can use them with or without the wings. So without the wings, you've got your ballet dancers. With the wings, you've got your fairies. Or separate them out on the page and you've got your ballet dancer with a butterfly. I mean, there's so many different combinations with these. And you have your quilling flowers as well. The simplest quilling flower you will ever make, the easiest. It's foolproof. You just cut once, fold it and roll it.
Absolutely brilliant. Let's have a look at some finished cards that you've got there, because I know you've got plenty to show us. But by the way, loads of people loving the flower fairies. Peg just saying, I made 5 fairy stepper cards with boxes. I sold them for $5 each at the farmer's market and it paid for the set. That's the way I can support my buys, as I love all of the new things. And worth bearing in mind, Sharon, as we see your makes, you're quite happy for people to make and sell for charity, or sell to fund their crafty habit.
Absolutely. I encourage it. Because I mean, you want to spread the joy with your crafting. So absolutely, I have absolutely no problem at all with you selling your makes. And gosh, if you're showing them online, tag me online. I'd love to see what people are making with them, and I'll give you a shout out or a share on my own socials as well. So don't forget to hit me up with those.
Amazing. Let's have a look at your cards. These are great.
Yeah, so just to show you some basics, right, here we have Aster that you just saw. Now look, this is her skirt. There's 3 layers of flowers on these. You don't have to use all 3. You could use 1, 2, or none. We have our wings at the back, but just to show you the length of her, get out your nesting dies to create apertures and maybe have her floating in the center. I think that's gorgeous. So that would make an absolutely perfect box top.
Yeah.
as well. So that is Aster, and then we've got Jasmine.
Wow.
So Jasmine is in kind of a side profile, a kind of a flying effect with her and her pose. But look at the colours and tones with this, and the smallest flower, the Jasmine. I think that's one of the smallest flower dyes I've ever made.
Yeah.
But it's so effective on that with your foliage. Then use your stamps. One of the stamps that comes is I made a wish and thought of you.
Oh, I love it.
Each of the flower fairies as well comes with her own name, and you get elements. So this here then is like, I think you call them clocks or dandelions
Yeah.
over there. So with another little fairy on top. So those little elements added to your flower fairies create gorgeous backgrounds. Or how about doing something that's not traditional in colour? This is Rose, and she's done in the blue.
Wow.
And flowers that come with it, that is just white stamping card, and it has some of the Crafter's Companion stamens in the centre, which you can add no problem as well. And look, just ink it up. So if you don't have any of the petal papers or any tones to match your colour tones in your papers, white stamping card, get out your inks, have a little bit of fun with those as well.
Wow, I mean, so much food for thought right there, and I think we are going to have a little look at these right now with Sharon. Loads of you loving the deals. Mary Pat saying stunning samples, Sharon. And yes, if you've got any questions for Sharon, then do feel free to send those in. By the way, just as you're getting ready for that that demo as well, Sharon, you mentioned your socials. If people do want to kind of hit you up on the socials, I think that's what they say, isn't it? That's what the kids say.
Yeah.
Tag you on the Insta.
Yeah, in general on all social media, I'm Sharon Callis Craft.
Yep.
But we have got a Facebook group called Sharon Callis Creative Crew.
Okay.
So there's members of the design team in there who've worked with the product, who share their samples, etc. You know, so come and join us, share your own work, tag us, and any questions you can just contact me through there. Just drop me a message. I'd love to hear from people.
Absolutely brilliant. And of course, make use of Sharon right now as well. She's with us for another half an hour and back with us later on from 6 o'clock, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. As we get into the demo, talking to questions, Miriam's just said, could you use flower foam with these flower fairies?
Yes, no problem at all. You can use the flower foam. What I will say, because it's a quilling flower, there's two things I would recommend with the foam. One is don't put it near a heat source until you've rolled it and secured it. So you can use red liner tape. I prefer to use the hot glue gun for that. So quill it up with a tweezers and then turn it over. And on the back then just put your hot glue and let it cool, and that will hold it together. And then either using the heat gun or the iron, just using the tweezers, bring it over to it and just rub it on it, and you'll see the petals take shape and form with that. And you can also use felt. I recommend the synthetic felt, the felt that you might find in a children's craft shop. It's really thin, almost cardboard-like, because that, when you cut the wool felt with the dyes, the petals tend to pull away, but with the synthetic, they last a bit longer.
Perfect. Who have you got there then?
Right, so we're going to take a look at Rose. So on the sheet, I'm just going to turn this over, and I don't know whether it'll show up with cameras because I've got a really gnarly overhead light here.
Gnarly.
Gnarly.
Great word.
That's an Irish thing. So this is Rose. So on this stamp sheet, this goes with all of them. There's around 15, 16 stamp elements across them. But some of the lesser known ones that you probably can't see, she's got a love potion. She's got a rose. We have a decorative element there for your edges, but we have 2 rose stamps and petals as well, so you can cut them out, stamp with those. And a book of love spells, and of course then we have Rose herself, so we're going to take Rose out. Now, I've taken out the large stamping platform because it's just easier to stamp and then die cut everything together.
Yes.
We lay Rose down here. It almost looks like she's Irish dancing.
Does look a little bit like that, actually. Is that something that you can do, Sharon?
Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, it's kind of something your maid do when you're younger.
Next time you're over here, Sharon, make sure you ask producer Johnny to show you his Irish dancing, because he's Michael Flatley. Unbelievable the moves that he's got. There's a video, doing the round somewhere. Of Johnny. Apparently he needs to warm up with a couple of cans of beer, but then he's pretty much like Michael Flatley.
Well, if you can Irish dance, it's a little known fact, if you can Irish dance and do it effectively, you'll get a passport.
Right. There you go, Johnny.
That's the requirement now. They'll all be down at the passport office. Sharon said...
You can see them all now in the queue doing the river dance.
Oh, yeah, and I would be in so much trouble. Now, so I had my Harmony ink pad there a second ago in the black ink. What did I do with that?
And your craft room looks so tidy as well, you see. I would have thought you'd be able to...
Do you know, it's organised chaos. I'm just going to spin around the back here.
That's all right. Whilst just spinning around, there's lots of lovely comments coming through. Lots of chat about the sort of customisation that you've got with these sets. That's the brilliant thing. Again, you know, as Sharon said, you can build these up to make them look how you want them to look. Mary just saying your cards are absolutely gorgeous, Sharon.
Oh, thank you.
And again, if you've not bought any of Sharon's collections, you'll love these again for the fact that the quilling dies that you get with these are phenomenal. And I still remember the first time we met Sharon over at the other place, and I just remember marvelling at your quilling dies, and you know, people just saying how difficult they found it to kind of create flowers, and you know, you came up with this idea of creating these dies to be able to make quilling flowers super simple for everybody, and each of the fairies comes with their own quilling die, don't they?
They do, yeah. So I like to, when I do a collection, I like to give value and see how far I can stretch out a collection. And as a crafter, when I'm sitting down to make something, there's been many a time where I've bought a collection, I have an idea of another direction I might want to take it, and say, oh, if only I had this, or if only I had that part. So that's what I try to do when I'm creating a collection. So to give you all the little extra bits that you can use, or they're there if you go to look for them. So that's basically what I like to do.
Love it.
Okay, so what I've done is I've stamped out, we've got Rose with her 3 skirt layers, and we have the butterfly. And then what we do then is we colour in these pieces before we cut them. Now, I'll just do a little bit of colouring before we go, because we'll start with Rose. So I'm going to do a dark skin tone on Rose today.
Okay.
So I'm using my Tri-Blend pen, and it's the Earth Brown blend. This is my favourite one for doing darker skin tones. So we're going to work with the shadow that would be under the skirt, and then we're going down the side of the leg, because the light is going to come from one side. So then we just blend in. Now you could just put down a layer of just all the light tone, but I like to make life harder for myself.
Do you find colouring an easy thing to do? Are you a colourist, or is it something, because a lot of our guys here find that they're on sort of various journeys when it comes to colouring. Is it something that you enjoy doing, Sharon?
Oh, I do, very much so. I mean, I was around for the launch of the very first set of Spectrum Noir pens.
Okay.
Very first, that's how old I am.
So many years ago.
So back in days of yore, and I have to say, like, I was amazed. Yeah. Because I always thought to myself, right, I can't colour, my shading, my blending, everything was awful. Now, it was absolutely awful. You wouldn't put it on a card, and I said, right, I'm never going to get the hang of this. So when these pens came out, and the lovely Leanne said, wait till you get a look at this system here, and you see how easy it is, you know, to blend. It makes you a colourist. They really do. Yeah. And I was absolutely hooked from the minute that I took them. And then I was given, because they were new on the market, I was given them, you know, on cards to people, and they were like, oh, how did you do that? And, you know, like, oh my God, you are such an expert in your colouring. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that. Then the secret was out. And
That's
now
the reaction
we're
that
up.
you want, though, isn't it? People thinking that, you're an expert.
Right, so I've started that, but what I'll do is, right, to move the demo on a little bit, I'm going to, in the best TV style, here's one I made earlier.
Love it. Fabulous.
Yeah, so you just colour them in, and then what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how the dyes work with these. So what you get is you get your outline dyes, and as I said earlier, these could actually be used with just black cards to create silhouettes. So we're going to line her up, but I do recommend that you tape them down because they do tend to move just as you're about to cut it. So put the tape not over the colouring, just put it on the side, top and bottom for the flower fairy. For the wings and that, you can get away with just one piece of tape. So we have that. Then we have the die for the wings. Again, look, I mean, the silhouette you can create with these as well. It's just fabulous. And don't forget to, you don't have to stick with this collection. You can add it, if you have any flower fairies, papers from other brand or the CC brands and stuff, use these dies with that as well, and the paper pads, because there's the pads that come with it are the petal pads. Mm-hmm. I don't know whether we have any in stock today. Do we?
We can check. Johnny's just going to check for us.
Right, so as you can see, I'm just lining up the dies over the skirts. And then it takes a little bit of time, but if you just put that through, because I think it's important to show you, because one of the big questions I do get online is, how do the outline dies work? How do you place them? So basically, it's just keep an even white edge around them when you look at them. Right, so there. And then we have our last little one. Now I've coloured rose in red because sometimes I associate roses with pinks and that, but you don't have to. You can colour. Or you can stamp, if you're not into colouring, stamp uncoloured cardstock.
Yes.
Then just do the outline dies. If colouring isn't your thing, but honestly, if you give it a go with the tri-blends, you'll be hooked. And you will be colouring everything. There won't be a project out there that you haven't added a bit of colouring to. So simply you just cut these out, and then I'll show you basically the assembly.
Yes.
I've had to put the fairy together, and I layer up then just on a basic card with a nesting die in the background, and you'll see again, like with the heartfelt greetings, how a little does a lot.
Yeah.
When it comes to
it's a nice set as well again, isn't it? I always think sets like this are great for crafting with the kids, particularly. I mean, I know my daughter would absolutely love this set because it's great, isn't it? Creating the different fairies and, building up all of those different layers. I think, if you're wanting to do some crafting with the kids or the grandkids again, this is a lovely set to kind of share your love of craft with the little ones, isn't it? To get them into crafting.
It is, because what I like about these metal dies, they're not sharp.
Yes.
They are safe. I've had 3 to 4 year olds using them in a school that I do some teaching in, and they absolutely love it. And the machines are safe as well because there's no exposed roll mechanisms or anything on them. So I'm very confident and happy with the kids using it, and it gives them a bit of. Imagine how we feel when we do something like this and we put it through a machine and see the result. With a child, it's like. Yeah. Oh, I am just, the bomb. Look what I did. They go home to mommy and everything, and they go, look what I made you, mom. And it's just amazing. Right, so we have Rose here. Now, I could put her on the card like that, but I like to give the body a little bit of shape.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn her over, and with the small ball tool, I'm just going to go down the legs, just to give her a bit of form.
Yeah.
And then, because there is a tension in paper as well, it's like water. You need to To get it to do what you want it to do, you add a little form and then go behind the face area.
Yes.
Now, it's only a little, but it's hard to see on the camera, but it does give her, like one of those dressing paper dolls, just a bit of dimension.
Absolutely.
So we're going to layer up the skirt. And you always start with the largest and work to the smallest. Again, we're going to give these a little bit of shape.
Where did the idea from the flower fairies come, Sharon?
I was working on a dancer set.
Oh, right.
And I was working on a fairy set.
Right.
And I thought, they look a bit too similar. Maybe I can combine them. And basically that was it. Like,
oh, wow.
You know? I just said I'd combine them. I said, well, the dancers, if you add wings and add the skirts to them, they could be the fairies. So I said, right.
Yeah.
So it's a 2-for-1 kind of a set, for want of a better word.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to use my tape pen just for speed on this. So on the back of the large skirt, just up at the top, and using the waistband of the dress as my guide, I'm just going to put the first layer on underneath and give it a press. And you can see that the petals are lifting where I've added some form to them with the ball tool. And then I go over again. Now there are white edges, as you can see, for the die cutting. But don't be afraid, just go back if you want with your pen and colour those in, same colour as the petals. And that'll eliminate any white lines there.
Yeah.
I'll show you. I'm just going to take the dark red and I'm just going to go across the top of this.
Oh, okay, just blending it in.
And I'm just blending that into the waistband. You know, you can go all around it as well. And it just all blends in together. Okay, now, so that's our fairy. That's Rose complete. Then we have our wings.
And I know those are wings, obviously, Sharon, but talking about how these are versatile, that could be a beautiful butterfly as well, couldn't it?
Perfect, absolutely perfect butterfly. And what I would do actually would be, I would cut 2, maybe 3. So then that would be your base.
Yeah.
I would cut another one and then cut out around this wing here and around here and layer that over it. And maybe do a third layer. We're cutting out just the smaller part and over that again. So layer them up for paper piecing and dimension on that. So to add the wings, I'm going to use foam pads because I want to have a bit of space between the body and the back, right? So I'll put 2 in here. And then we're going to peel off that. And then rather than pushing the wings on the back just like this, bring Rose to the wings.
Yeah.
And see where you'd like to position them. So I'm going to go with there for high wings. And that is Rose herself.
Love
completed.
that.
So what I'll do is I'll just layer her up onto a card and then I'll do a quick quilling flower to show you how they work.
Perfect.
So the paper I'm using the red textured cardstock, and then this pattern paper is for the chinoiserie collection.
Yes.
Chinoiserie.
Yes.
Another gorgeous paper pad because I like the tones with the green and the rose.
Yeah,
then
beautiful.
I got the red textured cardstock, but this is actually the Christmas green Centura Pearl because I love the reflection that's on that. So this is in danger of looking quite Christmassy. If you want to get a start on Christmas fairies. Right, so I'm just going to place
Guaranteed
that in the middle.
delivery for Christmas, as our Craig would say.
Yeah. And then just simply adding her to the back. We'll go with foam pads for her as well, but I'll go for larger ones. I don't want the head to stick down, so I'm putting it on the back of the wings, and I'm just going to put one more down just at her feet. Take that off. And then we line her up.
That really is beautiful.
Right here.
Wow.
So she stands out, and the reflection from the Centura Pearl as well gives you a kind of a fairy kind of ethereal glow on that. Okay, right. Rose comes with her own flower.
Yes.
Obviously, the rose. And in that you will get, I'll just show you real quick, the quill and dye, you will get then the calyx dye, and we do have smaller dye there as well. So just to show you what the double-sided quill and dye is, for those who haven't seen it before, you may be familiar with a single-sided quill and dye where you would get a single dye and you would have had to cut that out twice, then add a glue, layer one layer over the other, try and align it. But when you go to quill that, you've got the thickness of the glue, you've got the split of the paper, and then when you roll your flower, it just tends to fall apart. So I came up with this system where you cut once, you fold it, and you roll it, and there's your flower. So I'm just adding a little bit of curve to the petals, just to soften them up. I recommend doing this with all your flowers, just to make them look a bit more natural. So just along the edge. Now, I'm going to be folding this edge off, so I want the curves to go the same way. So just flip it over, then add the curve to the other side. And you'll see why that's important now when I go to fold it over. Now, I'm just doing the top of this petal. Now, and then we have a perforated line, and that's what we're going to fold along. So you see, you don't have to cut 2 layers. The alignment and joining is all done for you.
Yeah.
There's that. So you're saving time, you're saving tape, you're saving patience.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes it so easy, doesn't it? And you don't necessarily have to have a specific quilling tool to be able to do this, do you? If you haven't got one, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. You can use tweezers. You know, some people I've seen, they put the tape on, then they stick a cocktail stick onto it.
Yeah.
And use that to roll it back as well. So you can play around with it. The paper, the GSM that you can use on these, basically the lighter you use, the smaller the flower, believe it or not, because the circumference of the roll is tighter, so you get a tighter bloom. The thicker the card, because it has a spine on it, as you're rolling it, that's thicker and spreads out more. So it does actually make a difference. But these flowers, So I attach the quilling tool to the smaller end, and see this? How easy is that?
I know.
And I'm not putting any pressure. I'm just barely holding the quilling tool. I'm just rolling it along. You don't want to do it too tight, but there's your flower.
Phenomenal.
How easy is that? And then you just use your fingers, spread out the petals if you want an open flower. You can stick a little gem in the center. They're quite movable as well, so if you want to move position of any of them, you could do that. But that's, in general, how you make a rose. And that system and method of making the flower is the same for every flower.
Yeah.
You know, so once you master one, you could do them all in the collection. So we'll just add these little roses in, add a bit of foliage. I'm just going to bend up those petals.
You've got your Sharon Callis calyx as well there, haven't you?
Yeah, the Callis calyx.
Do you know what? I don't know if you watched the TV show, but I thought of you a few weeks ago. Do you watch the TV show Pointless?
Yes.
There was a round on parts of a flower. And you know, so in the game for our US viewers, no, you have to get a correct answer, but an answer that nobody else has got. And it was parts of a flower. And because knowing you and knowing your dyes, I just learnt that word calyx all those years ago. And I was like, calyx, that must be one. And it was a pointless answer, Sharon. So if I'd have been on the show, I'd have won a couple of grand.
You would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see it, and I was like, no, wait. And there was people telling me I made that word up.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
no.
There's the proof. Now, how simple is that? Very effective.
That is gorgeous. Absolutely phenomenal. And that, for me, just showcases why you absolutely need to get these collections. That's Rose that you've just seen there. Getting all the elements to build up the actual flower fairy herself. And then, of course, you've then got the beautiful quilling die to be able to create the actual rose flower. And how phenomenal was that. How quick, how easy. If you ever tried to do that before and you found it too faffy, too difficult, you just can't get to grips with it, get this collection and you'll be making those flowers in next to no time. £18.39 or $19.96 platinum price for Rose. We've also got the two other flower fairies that we were mentioning on the show for you as well. Jasmine, again, look at all the different elements that you've got here. Tons and tons to be crafting with, and as we've said, whether she's a dancer, whether she's a fairy, whether you use individual elements and create beautiful butterflies, it's entirely up to you. You've got all of the beautiful stamps and dies there to be able to do that. Wonderful sentiments included, and you've got one of those beautiful quilling dies as well to be able to make that Jasmine. So that's £13.19 platinum, $15.16 if you're a platinum customer in the US. And then if you want to go for Asta, same again, tons and tons of craftability right here, 29 elements in total, all of the stamps and dies to be able to create your flower fairy, and then the gorgeous Asta set to be able to create that flower with the quilling die, with the foliage and the Sharon Callis calyx. $13.19 or $15.16. Steal of deals on these. These are absolutely bonkers. And by the way, we will say a big thank you to Sharon, but coming up a little bit later on, we have got the Sharon Callis succulent collection, and again, if you love to create your own flowers, you're going to love to create with these succulents, and they're super easy to work with. Sharon, thank you so much for now. You're back with us in a couple of hours, if that's all right.
Yep, I'm back at 6 p.m. with some succulents and some stamping.
Well, we very much look forward to it. Sharon, thank you so much for now. Make sure if you picked up any of those goodies from Sharon Callis, you check out your baskets, and we'll come back with the second half of our launch day in just a few moments' time. If you missed it, boy, are you in for a surprise. I'll be back with Craig in just a few moments' time.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine and voila, an amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend.
Quick Buy, get yours now. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you to give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Hello and a very good afternoon, a very good morning. Welcome back to Crafters TV for the second half of our launch day show. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming through for Sharon, by the way. Loads of you mesmerised with her makes. Pammy just saying the cards so pretty, gorgeous cards, scrap paper, scissors, and Linda saying, also Miriam, how beautiful those cards were. Don't forget, you can still pick up all of those deals from Sharon Callis. They are available for you right now, and Sharon will be back in just 2 hours' time, kicking off another 3-hour extravaganza with a big cartload coming your way tonight from 7, 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, with goodie bags, mystery bags, oh yes. But before all that, if the day couldn't get big enough already, we've got a launch day. And if you missed the official launch a couple of hours back, first of all, where were you? Secondly, wait till you feast your eyes on this collection. The shaped card based die and stamp collection, 54 dies, 29 stamps, and the most wonderful collection to create shaped cards with the Campervan, with the gorgeous high heel shoes and that stunning bag. You've got all the elements there to create the most wonderful cards, and of course they'll create the card base but then also create the topper for you as well. I'll get into the deal and show you all the details in just a second, but I think it might be nice actually to welcome back my crafty partner in crime for the day today. The lovely Craig is here. These have been selling like hotcakes, and how much fun is this collection?
So much fun, really is so much fun, because you can build, you can play, you can get creative with them.
Yeah.
We talked about earlier on, if you want to do them in foam or fabric, or use your Velcro dots, maybe you got yesterday with the treat boxes, all these things, you can have real good fun with them. We were then going over all the different occasions, for instance, that you might be using the Campervan for. This has 100% absolutely been the favourite on today's show.
Flying.
It's one of our favourites, and you guys have absolutely adored it. So that's actually what we made within the first hour. Then we've got our shoe as well. So the shoe, all of these, you can then be using them as they are, hence why they're called shaped card bases. But you can be popping them on the front of your cards if you want to as well. So you don't necessarily have to use them as they are intended. But you've got that lovely handbag that you can see here, or once again, use it on the front of the card blanks. But with the dies, you've got lots of additional accessories. So all the accessories are going to work in conjunction like this for the handbag, but then you can have a play. You might want to have an elegant handbag, you might want to have one with the point as the fold, you might want to have it without the additional little pocket, you might want to have it with the curved handle, you might want to have it without there's just so many ways in which you can use these ones as well. Not surprised that everyone is going for the main bundle, of course that's where the better value is, but the fact is, you can be your own designer of handbags, your own designer of shoes, and you know what, if you want to be your own designer of a camper van, you can be as well. Lots and lots of ways in which you can use them.
Absolutely, and I can quickly show you everything that you'll get in these collections. As you said, the best value for money, and I think the way that a lot of people are going is for the full collection, but you can go individually as well. Everything I'm about to show you now is the full collection. However, they are available individually. This is the most popular set individually. You guys are loving the Campervan, because it is a Campervan which is a fire truck. It's a fire truck which is an ice cream van. It's an ice cream van which could be an ambulance. It can be whatever you want it to be. This is the point. You can completely customize this. Details on your screen for the Campervan individually. It's called Busy Camping, this one. £19.99 or $23.96. I just love the fact that you think about all of the different papers and cardstock that you've got at home, how you can totally customize your card, whether it be for a holiday, whether it be for a retirement card, whether it be for a moving card, whether it be, I love the idea that someone gave us earlier on, that you're going on holiday and you want to cut loads of these out and use them as postcards. You've got some wonderful sentiments here as well. Adventure awaits. You don't have to be crazy to camp with us. We can train you. And life rocks when your living room rolls. Just a few of the sentiments that you'll get. That is the price individually. But we then also got within the main collection, if the shoe fits. I mean, how stunning is this? That how many people in your life would absolutely love this as a card. That gorgeous high heel shoe, again, which you can totally customise, whether you want to add the little flowers and the stars and the bow on there. Choose all of the different colours that you want to work with. And again, card base, but of course you can use these as toppers for your cards as well. Have a fabulous birthday. Life is short. Buy the shoes and celebrate in style. Just a few of the sentiments that you'll get there. And then lastly, in the full collection is this one here, which is classy and fabulous, which is that gorgeous bag. And again, you can make this as fabulous as you want. You can decorate it up nice and bright. You can strip it right back. It's entirely up to you, but you've got all the hardware with the bag to be able to customise and create a beautiful handbag. And then some of the sentiments include classy and fabulous, have a gorgeous day, and what a girl wants. It's all about the bag. The full collection is £57.56 today for your platinum, so $70.84. Everyone saves £18 or $22. Pick it up, don't miss out. Super versatile, and actually a collection that you'll have a lot of fun crafting with. Now, earlier on, we saw the Campervan in action. We saw the handbag in action, so I reckon we could be having a look at the shoe. Is it the shoe, Craig, the shoe?
We are indeed. Absolutely. We're going to do the shoe. We're going to do a little bit of Dorothy shoes as well within this one here. I don't know where that accent come from. Yeah, the yellow brick road. We're up to see the wizard.
What's she
the
saying?
wonderful yellow road. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like
Oh, all right. Fall over.
Just a wee bit. So what we're going to do now, I've jumped over to my MIDI so we can speed these die cutting up a wee bit, so that we can do a lot more demos as well.
Yeah.
So if you did see the first hour, same idea. I've got my card stock that is big enough for me to die cut my shoe, and what I'm doing is I'm making sure the tip of my shoe, or the top of the shoe, is over the card blank. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to run this one through my MIDI here. And there's a couple of bits, because what I'm going to do on this one is a couple of drop shadows, because I'm using our red satin, a red gold, and a red mirror card.
Oh yeah.
Which is great, and they work well together, but laid on top of each other, they just kind of blend in. So what I've done is I've done a little bit of a drop shadow, so it's really going to make the colours in the layer stand out. So that is the shoe. I'm going to go into my red satin here, and we're going to pop this one through. But then what you can do as well, Ben, is once you have cut out your shoe, for instance this one here, why not run it through an embossing folder? If you've got like a polka dot embossing folder, or even your stencils that are the circles that came with their big font words, you know, use these sorts of ones. Maybe you've got textured embossing folders, anything like that, you know, then you can add extra texture to it. But that's then going to sit directly over the top. So there's the start of our heel. Then what we're going to do is let's take these dies here. Now I've already cut these ones out in white.
What are they then?
So these are actually going to create the accent detail. So it's going to be the heel. Yeah. It's going to be it's going to go round the heel. You're going to go around the rim of the shoe, and then also along the bottom is the platform. Got you. So you've got all these extra details. So we can run this one through. So we're going to go through. I'm going to run that one back again, only because, the only reason I'm running it back is because it's glitter card. So if I then bring this one in, and then we can pop that bit out, we can pop that bit out, and then we can pop that bit out. So if I move them up as well, because we can assemble these in a moment, move these ones out the way. Then what we've got as well is if we go in with this enamel die, and this little one here, this is quite a cool one that adds a finishing touch. We'll show you that in a second. So what I'm going to do is I've taken some of our red mirror card. So these are all, if you're familiar with us at Crafter's Companion, you'll know this is our luxury red card, where you get all three of them in the one pack.
Okay.
So I'm going to tape that one down.
Lots of people loved your Wizard of Oz impression, by the way.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Lisa also saying, it's my favourite movie, The Wizard of Oz. You do it well, Craig.
Oh, thanks.
It used to scare me, that movie, with the
It was Return to Oz. It used to scare me.
Oh, is that the witch with the different heads?
The witch
and the
that used to
flying monkeys?
take her head off.
Yeah.
That was the witch that took her head off.
And the flying monkeys on wheels, weren't there?
That's right, yeah. Were the monkeys? They were men anyway, that's for sure.
Weren't they flying monkeys with wheels for hands, and they used to scoot around like that?
That's right,
and
yeah.
And then there was the no, it wasn't the Tin Man, but he was like a robot.
That's
like a
right.
big robot.
Yeah, TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah.
He was TikTok before TikTok was TikTok. He was the original TikTok.
Oh, Dorothy.
And then he was.
That's right, yeah. Yeah. And then there was, well, I don't even know what the guy was. He a moose or something that she attached to the armchair?
The moose head.
Yeah, the moose head.
It was the moose head. And she attached it to the chair, and then they made like a flying. Wasn't it like a sleigh they made?
Yeah. That's right.
Wow, this is all coming back to me now.
So that's it. As Celine would say, it's all coming back to me now. So for sure. So yeah, and that was Return to Oz,
which was like an 80s movie, wasn't it?
It was.
The original.
I used to always think Return to Oz was first. You know, the clues in the title.
Yeah, return. Because they're going to return to the Oz because they've already been there.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah.
I know.
Huh.
So yeah, the good old films. So I do try. I do my best.
The original movie was like the 1930s, wasn't it?
Something like that, wasn't it?
1938, 39?
Yeah.
I'll get you, my pretty.
And your little dog too. I'm Belinda, the good witch. Yeah.
I'd like Mrs. Doubtfire then.
I want to be a munchkin man. Fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. Yeah.
Craig Laird does the One Man Wizard of Oz show.
We welcome you to Munchkin Land. La 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 la. Welcome you to Munchkin Land. La 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 la. Yeah.
That was nice. I don't remember that at all.
Do you not?
No.
It's when the house is not that long crashed onto the witch.
Yeah.
She's just arrived. It's gone colour. And yeah.
I could while away the hours.
I wonder where the was. I wonder was. If I only had a brain.
Oh, why? Tell you why. Do you sing along whilst you craft, by the way, at home? Let us know if you maybe you sing along with us right now.
Be interesting.
Marina says, if I only had a brain.
If I only had a brain, yeah.
Fred171, I'm melting. Oh, yeah.
I'm melting.
Yeah.
And Medley Costello says, it was the woman on the bicycle that scared me.
Yeah.
Was that the first one?
Yeah, she became the witch.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, she took Toto, didn't she?
That's right, yeah.
Took away little Toto in the basket.
Poor Toto.
Poor Toto.
That's right. NEM. NEM. NEM.
Pammy said the Cowardly Lion was my favourite character.
Put him on.
Put him in.
Put him on. Put him on.
He literally could do the whole show on his own.
Put him up.
One man Wizard of Oz show. Seriously, we should definitely do this Christmas.
He does that as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you some costumes, and this Christmas, rather than a panto, you can do your one man Wizard of Oz show. Yeah.
Oh, Judy Garland would be so proud.
Craig, you're hysterical, says Terry H, and you're getting lots of laughing faces coming through. He's doing a grand job over there, crafting, acting, singing, dancing. Oh, tell you what.
BAFTA season.
What?
But no, it's not BAFTA season. Is it Oscar season? What's the awards that they've just announced?
Brits have
No,
just
not
been
the Brits,
and
the America.
Oh, Oscars?
Was it the Oscars, was it?
Yeah.
The Oscars.
We should do our own little in-house award ceremony, I think. The crafters.
Awards, yeah.
Yes. The crafters. Yeah. CRAFTAS.
The wrestling used to do the Slammies. Well, they still do it. The Slammy Awards. The Crafty Awards. That'd be quite good, eh?
Yeah. You would win best one man show for Craig Laird for his Wizard of Oz one-man show. It was the Wheelers in Return to Oz, says Kirsty D. They were men with wheels for hands, and when they put their heads down, they had strange, scary masks. I still don't like them. It's like the child catcher, isn't it, from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Stuff of nightmares. The stuff we were brought up on the good stuff, weren't we? You see.
I've not seen Chitty Chitty Bang
Well, if
Bang
you were
either.
scared by Return to Oz, wait till you see
Really?
the child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I have.
Lollipops.
I can't remember why it was, but I did remember one of the TV personalities here in the UK, Paul O'Grady.
Oh yeah.
He plays the child catcher in the like pantos or plays and that.
Yeah.
And I seen an interview with him, and I do remember seeing a picture, and it was like, oh gosh, that's a bit scary. So I have heard of it before anyway.
Yeah. Scrap Paper Scissors says, I knew I was right in casting Ben as Henry Higgins in My Fair Lady Dreamcast. Oh, that'd be right, wouldn't it? Playing Professor Higgins. And Gilmore says, we would totally watch Craig as the one-man Wizard of Oz show. I'm up for making that. I'm up for helping you produce that. Yeah.
Me in my craft room.
Yeah. With just like pulling out the different hats for the different characters. Do you remember when Tommy Cooper, probably before a few people's time, he used to do that sketch when he was telling the joke and he'd put on all the different hats for the different characters.
Right enough.
Yeah, so we could just get you the little hats for the different,
Yeah, or I could just go on TikTok and just mime Somewhere Over the Rainbow, couldn't I?
That wouldn't be as fun.
Get a blonde wig.
We've got to go whole hog.
Or a dark wig or something.
Yeah.
Pretend I'm Judy Garland.
Maybe you could do that as a starting point, because I know you like doing your little singing videos from your craft room. So maybe, the next one you do should be like Wizard of Oz themed.
Yeah.
And then we'll work towards the one-man show. Yeah. In case you're wondering why we're talking about that, look at what Craig is crafting right now, his ruby red slippers.
So do you see what I mean, Ben? All these separate elements, the reason I cut them out in white as well and done a little bit of a drop shadow, see how it makes it stand out just that little bit more? You've got the white drop, and you've got the white drop there. So instead of it being red upon red upon red, we've got that little bit of a white drop. And I just find it easier and quicker to be using my Collal tacky glue for this. So what I'm going to do within this one, before I pop this bow down, this one here, this little strip, this is actually, I'm going to pop this one back as a bit of a guide so I know. So if I pop that there, that and actually go there, and it makes it look like it's the strap of the heel.
Yes.
And it is just to pop out of the side of the boat to give you that,
looks like it wraps around,
that
doesn't
effect. Yeah. Instead of doing a drop shadow with the white of the bow, what I've done is I've just popped a little bit of adhesive in the middle so that we could lift the elements. Let's press that down a little bit more.
You ever worn heels?
No, funny enough, I've not.
I
No. Have you? That doesn't surprise me.
In Panto.
In Panto, yeah.
Very, very hard to walk in. And very uncomfortable. I don't know how people wear them for any long periods of time. And I also understand now why some ladies, when they go on a night out, will have a pair of flats in their handbag.
Right.
So they can put their flats on like later on in the night, because I just find, listen to me, I find heels very uncomfortable to wear for a long time. So yeah. Charlotte doesn't wear heels, she's just telling me. It's not a good look on her, she's just saying. It makes her a bit too tall. Because you are quite tall, Charlotte, actually, aren't you?
You are a wee bit, aren't you?
She's 5'9", 6 foot, she wears heels. Wow. That is quite tall. Quite tall.
And funny enough, ironically, the stamp that I'm away to use, it says, if the shoe fits.
If the shoe fits, as long as it doesn't make you 6 foot.
The 6 foot, yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoy these shows, says Linda Ryan. You guys are so funny. We're having a bit of a giggle today, aren't we? I want whatever these two have had today, says Beth Metzger. They are sure entertaining. And Carletta on Facebook says, I hope we don't lose Craig and Ben to some TV show. We need them for crafting. I mean, it would take a big money deal to, take us away.
It would be. For me, it would need to be something like Holly and Phil.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll join you one day, and if they came calling, but the thing is, we could do that alongside this as well. You see,
I would love it, and I'm going to be brutally honest here. Imagine if someone from like This Morning or that seen us. I would love to go on This Morning and do some kind of like crafty segment or something like that.
You wouldn't leave us though, would you?
Of course not. No. But I would absolutely. I wouldn't say no to the opportunity of appearing for a 10-minute 15
And if you went
minutes
and
slot.
did something like that, you'd obviously need someone to come with you to kind of
course.
help you out and get your drinks and carry
Although
your
no,
bag
my
and stuff.
luck, it would happen, and I would end up on a day when Holly and Phil aren't in.
Oh yeah.
That's my luck.
Yeah.
I don't mind Dermot and Alison, but I'm a big
Not the
fan of
same, is
Holly
it?
and Phil. It's not the same.
Not the same.
Definitely not the same.
Mary Lee says it's unbelievable the talents that you two have. I mean, seriously.
We do try.
We do. We do try.
We do try.
Mary Beth says, yes, these two make a great pair, so crafty and entertaining. Donna says, you two are a hoot. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Kelly says on Facebook, Craig, the crafty Wizard of Oz. He is a crafty wizard, isn't he?
The crafty wizard.
Yeah. You are the crafty wizard.
Sorry, I go silent when I do these
yeah,
little
fine.
Nouveau drops.
Bling in his shoes. Look at
These
these.
100% shout out to have your gems. So I've got some gems for just a few. You should see the counter underneath that I've brought in from home.
Oh, I saw those earlier on because I think when we were swapping over shows, were they yours on top of the counter?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
I've
got a
got
few
that.
gems.
It's all my Nouveau drops.
Yeah.
It's all of my gems and my blings that I've got. I just brought them all in because I thought, well, we could be using them with the shoes, we could be using them with the handbag. You know what, if you wanted to bling up your camper van, you could do. But then...
Remember that TV show, Pimp My Ride?
Pimp My Ride, yeah. Pimp My Ride. I used to watch it and think, oh my gosh, I want a car like... You know, it was like some kind of home cinema system or something in the back of the car. It was like something so random. So random.
Look at that shoe. Wow.
But then there we go. So that was just this was called White Wizard Crystal Drop, but then to be honest, I thought I brought out the clear one, which is actually what you would have got with your pack if you got them when Jodie was in the other day. But look at that, you know, you can go in with your bling, you can go in with your gems, absolutely shout out to be used. But if the shoe fits, that's one of many different sentiments that you've got there. So that of course could be left as it is, pop it onto a card. What about tags for birthday presents? Just die cut one side, or like instead of doing a card blank, just for instance what I've done with the red, cut out a full shoe. That could be a fancy tag if you wanted to.
Love that idea.
Could do.
I love that. The crafty wizard, there he is, creating that gorgeous shoe. A great pair, says Fred171. And I get it. It's a shoe pun. A great pair, because pair of shoes. Crafty Andy says, Craig, I love that shoe. And so many lovely comments coming through. Thank you for all of these. The collection is here, so the shoe is that one there. So there you go. All of the dies to be able to create your shoe, whether you want to create it as that card base. You can add all the different layers there as well, because you've got your heel and you've got all the different pieces there too to layer that one up with the bows and all of the sentiments that comes with it as well. Then you've got your camper van included in this collection, which I think we're going to come back to and have another look at in just a few moments' time. Love that one. That's the most popular of the three individually. Most people going for the collection. If they're not, they're going for the camper van on its own because it's super, super cute. And then you've got your handbag as well. £57.56 is the platinum price. Launching today. You can be one of the very first to get your hands on this collection. $70.84. Now, if you're getting all of these dies, you're thinking, oh, I haven't got anywhere to put them. I haven't got anywhere to put them. Well, you have now. Because you've got your small die stamp folder, small die and stamp folder with 2 packs of magnetic panels, and it works out actually that you pay for the folder and the magnetic panels, and we give you a second set of magnetic panels for free, if I'm not mistaken. So these are included in here. Those acrylic palettes for your stamps, you can buy those individually, but the point here is just illustrating to you that there's plenty of room in here. So we've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4 of our stamps in there. It's actually upside down. 4 of the stamp holders in there, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of our magnetic panels included in there as well. So whether you're storing your stamps, whether you're storing your dies, or whether you're storing your stamps and dies, really, really brilliant way to do this. You've got that ring binder inside there as well, so you know it's super sturdy. And as I said, we will give you the folder plus 2 packs of magnetic panels included as well. £15.98 or $17.55 is the platinum price on those, proving very popular. And as I say, a nice set to go along with your brand new collection today. We've also got on the show some cosmic shimmer for you with your luster polish. I've got to be honest, these I have not seen that often before, and I think these have launched fairly recently, but really cool idea with these. Look at the colours that you've got. You've got this really cool application sponge as well. So this one is your tantalising teal. So Craig, what am I going to be using these for? Like adding little bits of detail? Can I use a lot of these to kind of create sort of bases for my cards as well? Where would I be using these polishes?
Well, if I'm allowed,
you're going to use them.
Well, can I show? I could show you.
Do you want it?
Yeah, if I could have one of them.
Well,
basically, what they do is you can create your own cardstock, your own coated cardstock with these ones.
Which colour do you want?
You choose.
Well, you've got tantalising teal.
Let's go teal, because I love teal.
Oh, okay. You've got razzmatazz. That's a great word. The razzmatazz is this one. I'll quickly show you before we go to Craig. Look, so you've got tantalising teal. Is that one there, which I've just shown you? Razzmatazz, tantalising teal. Razzmatazz. Is this one here. Look at that, gorgeous. And again, look, you've got that sponge which you can apply it with, which sits in the lid, which is quite cool. That's razzmatazz. This one here is your Violet Vibe. Woohoo! These are all £4.60 or $7.99. And this one here is your, bubblegum.
Oh yeah.
Gorgeous. Oh yeah. So you still want to go with the teal, yeah? Bubblegum.
Let's go bubblegum.
Yes. Right, coming your way. Ready?
Okey-doke.
I'll chuck it over. Ready? Catch. It's gone. Oh, you dropped it.
Oh, caught it.
Well done.
Caught it. So here we go. So yeah, you've got your applicator already on the top as well. So your sponge applicator that we can see here, and it stores in there. So you don't need to do anything, you just store it.
Yeah.
But then what we're going to do, so if we go inside, look at that.
Whoa.
Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So what you're then going to do, take your applicator and you are going to dip it in. You're wanting to get a really good coverage on your sponge. But then what you are also going to do is you're going to use the edge to take a lot of the excess off, so you're coating your card.
It's like a wax.
So it's like a thick mousse.
Thick mousse.
It really is like a thick mousse. So you can see there, you've got that mousse consistency that you've got in there.
Right.
So, and when I say it smells lovely, it's a real crafty smell, a real crafty material smell.
Oh
lovely.
Yeah. That takes me back to school. That.
So, sorry.
It takes me back to school, that smell, the smell of the craft room at school.
So you're going to spend a few moments or two doing that to start with. You don't need to do it every time, because the more you use it, the more you're adding that application.
Yeah.
But then what you can do is go straight across onto your card.
Ooh, wow.
And then you're going to go back. Let's just add more. So again, keep going back just to get it started anyway. And then what you can then do is then start to create. So if you love that look of pearl card, but maybe you can't reach to like a full selection of say our pearlescent card, our Centura Pearl, it gives you that sort of look.
Once you've applied this thing, you can stamp onto this as normal, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. You can do anything as normal. There we go. That's it. Starting to
and colour
flow
onto
now.
this as well?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do it. I'm just going to get that little bit there. And it doesn't take long to dry whatsoever. You spend a little bit more time than what I'm doing, and you'll get no creasing whatsoever.
Yeah.
But then we can go in, add it. And you don't need to do lots and lots of layers. But then, look at that.
Oh.
So you've got that Centura pearlescent card feel. But you can then do it yourself now.
That's clever.
So once again, if maybe you invest in some of these pots to save, or instead of having to buy lots of cardstock, use the pots. You know, that's a good replacement for our fuchsia Centura Pearl.
Yeah.
So you can see that. So either you can, if you want, colour, individual die cuts. Me, I've got a few of these at home, and I do just this. I get some scraps of that, sometimes full sheets. I colour it, let it dry, and then I die cut into that. But to start with, take a few moments to really prime your applicator. And as I say, the more you use it, the more that it's been primed. So you can pretty much dab and then wipe, you know, like second, third, fourth, etc. times. But absolutely glorious.
Pammy's just said, I've got this bubblegum polish. It is so rich in colour, and in brackets, I didn't want to say lush because I know Craig doesn't like that. Oh, yeah. I just said it. Sorry. Kaz says, sorry. Oh, I've got some of these polishes as part of a crafty hamper for Christmas, and I'm yet to use them. I've been wanting to see a demo on them. Well, you got it right there, and they are stunning. Great to see it out of the pot and being used.
Absolutely stunning.
Fantastic.
Really good, really nice to add. And you know, so, and as I said before, it just stores back in, and because it clips in, so if we go,
oh yeah,
clips in, creates that little bit of a seal as well, so it's not going to dry out your sponge.
Joanne Madigan would like to know, would these work like the gilding wax on embossed designs then?
Yes, absolutely. That looks absolutely spectacular. So I wouldn't press too hard, just keep it quite light and run across, and it's going to do the same fact as the gilding wax. Or you could, I sometimes use my finger just to lightly go over in certain areas, but that's what the sponge applicator's for. And
Gilmore on YouTube just says, Craig, can you say the mousse is loose? Lol.
The mousse is loose.
About this house.
Hit on this mousse, loose. About this house.
So come and grab it. Right, let's move on from the mousse. Let's go from the mousse. The mousses. Is it mousses? Mousses.
Fruit
there was a
pastels.
wine gums.
Was it not fruit pastels?
Wine gums.
Or about wine gums?
The juice is loose about the house.
Oh yeah,
the juice
so it
from
was.
The wine gums. Anyway. Yeah, that was you guys that started that, by the way. It wasn't me. They're in the gallery saying, come on guys, pull it back, pull it back. You guys started, that wasn't me. Gilmore
always wants more. More.
How do you like it? How do you like it?
More.
Anyway, the shape card-based stamp collection. You've got 2 more hours of this later on in Cartload.
This is probably why they've not had us on together for a wee while.
I know. When they're putting the shows together, Ben and Craig, keep them apart for another week. The full collection is here. We're going to have a look at the Campervan in action again, because this is by far the most popular of the sets individually. However, as we've said, you can get all of them together in the deal that you're seeing on screen. They're phenomenal because they're going to create the card bases for you, and how stunning is that? It's nice, isn't it, to take your normal shaped cards and decorate them up, but how different to be able to actually have the card shape itself. So the handbag card, the shoe card, the Campervan card, and all of these come with additional elements for you to decorate up your cards, and all of those beautiful sentiments to go with them as well. And as always with the sentiments that we bring you with the relevant collections, the sentiments aren't just kind of like throwaway, they are all kind of bespoke to the actual designs that you're getting. Very popular for this collection. This one though on its own is proving the most popular individual, and that's why we're going to look at it. We're going to pop the details up for you. All of these available individually. The Busy Camping collection is $19.99 platinum or $23.96. 23 dies, 14 stamps, and let us have a look at this one in action with Craig over the other side of the studio. Right, over to you.
Right, Theo.
Thank you.
Let's do it. So this time, what I'm going to do with these ones, I've got my card blank once again, all good to go. But then going to come in with our campervan. That's the word. Couldn't think of it there. Gone in with the campervan. But what I've done this time is I've opened my card blank up, so I've popped it over the edge of my card blank.
Yep.
Then what I've done is I've come in with the doors. So popped it so the hinge is on the left hand side.
Yep.
I've then gone in with, actually it was just the door that I done on its own. So then using my large Gemini, I've ran this one through, well sorry, I'll start that again, Ben. Start that again. So what I've done to start with is I've done it as normal. So then we've ran through our Campervan. Then what I've done is I've opened it up and then I've ran it through again, but with the door in place.
Yeah.
And then that gives us our carte blanche.
Oh, I see.
But then what it does is it's given us our door in that front. If I'd done the door at the exact same time as I'd done that, it's going to cut all the way through, which we don't want. So this one, you're going to do it separately. You will, if you're going to do it that way, need your large Gemini because the carte blanche needs to be open. But then I thought I would just take out that step there because we've done it a few times and then we can get into the decorating as well.
Gotcha.
So I've showed you how you can make your carte blanche and then you can build on top of your carte blanche. This one, we're kind of doing both. We're putting the door in the front of the carte blanche and then you can then even start to see through maybe what you've written, stamp sentiment, something like that.
Yes.
But then what we can do is let's go in with some of our pattern papers. We're going to go in with the dies. I've got all of these die cuts, so we'll do a few, and then what we'll do is we'll use the ones that I've already got, and then we can start to decorate our card.
Where's that paper from? I like it.
So this paper pad, this one is from, I've used a combination of our 8x8 all occasion paper pad,
right,
and a combination of our bright cardstock pad as well, the all occasion one. So that's where these ones are from. Basically, there we go. Basically, this one is from, remember when we first done our year of crafts, we bought that big wad of 8x8 pattern paper, that great big pad. It was about 172 sheets or something.
Yeah.
It was from that one.
Gotcha.
That one, yep.
We do have some of the Year of Craft bundles on the show, which we'll recap on in just a little while. Fred171 just says, whatever these two are on today, I want some. He's high on the party rings, because obviously whilst I was chatting with Sharon, he went off. No word of a lie, right? No word of a lie. Well, he's polished off a whole packet of party rings. I mean,
the evidence is in the bin at the side of him.
Evidence is in the bin. A whole packet of party rings he's polished off. Unbelievable.
I was busy though when Sharon was on.
You eating party rings?
Well, I was standing here.
Right.
Because usually if there's someone in the studio, then of course they're here. But because Sharon was obviously via technology, I stayed here and I actually tidied and sorted my Totally Tiffany bag so I could see Sharon out the corner of my eye and had a full pack of party rings.
At the same time, he was like,
I would have offered you some, but you were busy presenting. That was quite like what it was like.
What is a party ring? Our Susie Social. It's like a biscuit with a little. It's like a
crunchy biscuit.
What you would call like a cookie.
Yeah.
With a hole. It's got a hole in the centre, hasn't it? With icing on the top. There you go. Other party ring varieties are
available.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. So yeah, it's like a crunchy biscuit, a cookie underneath, and hard icing.
He's basically eaten 20 cookies.
Basically.
That's what he's done. So, wow, didn't even offer me one or anyone else.
I did offer Adam, but well, tell a lie, I didn't have a whole packet.
Oh.
Adam had one.
Did he?
Yeah.
Still 19 cookies, 19 party rings is a lot of... I'm not bothered about them, I can take them or leave them. I used to about that as a kid because they remind me of kids' parties. When you used to go to like parties, there'd always be party rings there, wouldn't there?
Yeah.
I was never that bothered about them. Bowls of Quavers and Watsits as well you'd always have, wouldn't you?
Oh, I don't do what. See, if I have children, they're not getting Watsits.
What, because of the orange fingers?
Yeah.
I like Watsits. But I don't feel like, if you have a bag of crisps, like you can feel satisfied after a bag of crisps or a bag of potato chips.
Yeah.
Right? But Watsits just don't give you that. You have to eat like about 17 bags, I think, to get, because they're just like puffs of air, aren't they?
Tell me. And I don't mind things like Walkers or Golden Wonder or something like that, cheese and onion crisp, but actual powdery, cheesy, puffs, no.
Yeah. Well, as I say, with kids as well, because kids get the orange cheesy stains on their fingers.
Yeah, it's a bit like Woody in Toy Story.
Oh yeah, and then the cheesy orange. And then
they get it round their mouth, and it's all melted.
On the wall, and it goes on and it just gets all over the place. So I understand.
Oh, it's boggin.
Boggin.
It's boggin.
Aye, boggin.
And my poor children will have no cheesy What's-Its or cheesy puffs or anything like that.
Craig is the cookie monster, says Gilmore. He is. Cookies.
Cookies.
Johnny, it's our lovely viewers, mainly Gilmore, who are setting us off today. We're trying to be very professional, but it's you guys.
Trying to anyway. Yeah. We are trying.
Cookies.
Cookies. So I've started to do my die cutting.
Cookies.
Cookies.
Yep.
So I've started to do my die cutting. So that's some of them that I've started to do. But then let's bring in these ones that I've already done. And I do still have, I'm very lucky that I still have a little bit left on my Xyron machine. So I've ran them through these ones here. So what I'm going to do now is, instead of decorating that separate panel, I'm now going to decorate the actual front of my card blank that we can see here. And then of course, because we can see through, I don't need to decorate at the back. You can do if you want, but it's up to you. And then what I've done is, within this centerpiece for the front of the campervan, I'll tell you what, let's put the wheels on first. I always find it easier to pop the wheels on first.
Yeah.
And what happens is the shape just nestles nicely into the base of the campervan, popping it all the way along. They've got the curve at each edge as well, so you know how well that it just slots in. We're going to take this one that we've already popped in, and again it nestles nicely over the wheel. And then what I've done, you don't have to do it, but using this die here to create the window, you could plain and simply stick that over the top. But I used the die to cut the little aperture because I want this to be sunk in slightly.
Yeah.
You know, whereas if I hadn't have done this, this layer would be sitting quite proud at first, which is absolutely fine. But I did want it to be kind of like sunk in slightly. And then the bits that I've already done as well for the wheels, so we've got the black card, a little bit of silver matte, and even silver on top of that, which creates these little wheels. I mean, I just think these are so cute. They're so cool. And these could be used as tiny little embellishments on your cards instead of, you know, gems or pearls. What about tiny little embellishments for your cards? If you want to do that, you can. The other thing that you could do, instead of putting them on flat, if you create that little zigzag, you know, with a tiny little bit of acetate.
Oh yeah.
And then they could be like wobbling side by side. That would be quite cool if you wanted to do that.
Wobbly wheels?
Wobbly wheels, yeah.
Love that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do. You could absolutely do that if you wanted to. And then I'm going to go in with the yellow strip first. And then what I'm going to do, now let's do it this way. It's easier to snip at the door. And then use all these strips how you so wish. These are going to be good for quilling as well, these dies. So you get 2 of them. So if you do like your quilling flowers, or you like to do your paper weaving, or even things like your iris folding and that, you could then start to use these ones. So always look at your dies and see how else you can use them. And then all I'm going to do is pop that to there.
Oh.
Let's come in with this one here.
Love it.
Press that in. You know what this reminds me as well when I was doing it? Party ring.
So the colours that you're using reminds me a bit of a party ring now.
Does it? No, it reminds me of fruit salads.
Oh yes.
The sweets, fruit salads.
Salad sweets.
Yeah.
Or refreshers as well.
Or refreshers.
By the way, we were talking about party rings because a few of our US viewers thought we were saying party wings, which is chicken in the US.
Right, yeah.
But no, party rings.
I do like party wings as well.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, chicken's like probably my favourite food.
Oh, see, I don't like chicken.
Do you not?
Well, you know, I don't eat meat. I eat fish.
That's right.
I don't eat meat. But I always found like eating. Never bothered like meat off the bone. Do you know what I mean? Like chicken wings. Like some people go mad for chicken wings.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do.
Nah, not for me.
Yeah, I don't mind chicken on a bone or any meat on a bone.
No. Gilmore says, Craig, your kids will be loaded up on party rings, wrestling in the front room. I see it now.
Nothing wrong with that, although I have to say my kids won't get my party rings. They can get their own.
No, they won't. The way you snap that packet.
Yeah.
And Tammy says, these 2 are on a roll today. And not
on a
foam roll. By the way, I'm saving that because, well, Charlotte's seeing it, thank you. I'm saving that because coming up on Cartload later on, I cannot wait. We have got a bundle deal on the FOAR. So you're going to guarantee to hear that song at least a couple of times this evening. I'm saving up my my singing, so I can only sing it a couple of times a day now. Apparently. No, that's not true.
Not true?
No. There was where's that question gone? I thought there was a question come in. No, lost it. Anyway, back to you decorating. Oh, you love the old the bunting on there, didn't you?
I do. I
Gorgeous.
absolutely love the bunting. And then when it comes to your stamp set, it's not just sentiments you've got a bumblebee, little bunting, but then look at these. You know how some people out on their campervan or that, you know, when they're sitting underneath the onyx,
the awning.
Awning, that's it, not onyx, awning, and they've got the little lights and that on.
Yeah.
You've got all of what is it? Please say that wasn't something rude that I said.
What?
Onyx.
Awning. You said onyx.
Onyx. That's.
Onyx is like a gemstone.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like
right,
a
that's
black
all right.
gemstone, isn't it? Onyx.
Yes. Yeah. That's
Underneath the onyx.
For a minute, I thought, is it an attic?
An onyx.
But it's an annex.
Annex. The onyx annex.
No, onyx in the annex.
The awning in the onyx annex.
Yeah. But outside the awning, then yes, you can then you sometimes see them with their little lights hanging.
Yeah.
So you've got that included as well.
It was just a quick question. I've just found it. Thank you, Susie, for sending it again. So Kathy says when she uses her MIDI, she says, "Why does my plastic break at the top? Could that be to do with? Are you talking about the plastic folder that you're using there? Could that be the fact that it's being forced through?
It sounds as though it's been forced through.
Yeah.
That's why it's snapping. There's obviously too much pressure.
Yeah.
So either it is too much pressure from the machine itself, or it's too much pressure as in the material that's going through, maybe too thick a cardstock or that. So that is one or the other.
I do find with the MIDI though that if it's hard to kind of like force it through. So I would say potentially it might be worth, Kathy, just giving our customer services team a call on that one, because it may well be that your folder might be faulty, or they'll talk you through it. So yeah, give our customer services team a call, and they will certainly help you.
100%. 100%.
Final 10 minutes or so. We've still got demo of the show to do, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting vote. I have a feeling the campervan is going to win, though.
The campervan, but then which one? That's the question.
Which one is the question? I like this one.
I quite like this one as well. And then all that I've done, a couple of tri-blends, gone in with citrus blend, ice blue, and then bright pink, and then that is that I've got one more sentiment that I've pre-done as well. Pop that on with a foam pad, so you can then start to layer up. As I said earlier on, the actual elements of it I've kept quite flat on all of my projects. You can add your foam pads if you want, but with the sentiment themselves, that's where I've added my height. So mixing and matching, so we've got Isle of Adventure, busy camping down the side, and then we've got a little bit of bunting from window to window, and then there we go. So we just need to, let me just burnish that a little bit more.
So I thought you were playing with that then for a second.
So, it's just because it's on a glass mat, makes it slidey, but
yeah.
There we go. We can see we've got our camper van into there. It's a lot of fun. Loads and loads of fun. It's like...
It's time to do the demo of the show. So this is your opportunity to vote for your favourite project made by Craig. You have got the opportunity, of course, to check out your baskets as well. Do not miss out on these. The details on the screen are just for the campervan individually. We'll run through the full bundle deal for you in just a few moments' time. However, let's have a look at all of these. And this actually says a lot about how craftable this collection is. The fact that you've made so many whilst we've been sidetracked by our lovely viewers today.
Exactly, yeah. You guys are to blame.
You guys, yeah.
But yeah, so we managed to do, one of each plus an extra of the camper van. So this was our first one that we done, which was of course with the camper van, showing you how you can then layer them up. Then we've done the handbag, which was number 2. Then we went into Dorothy's slipper, which was number 3, well, fancy slipper. We've gone in with number 3, and then number 4, back into our camper van that we can see there, but this time we cut the door into the actual card blank, so a slightly different way in which we've done the first one.
1, 2, 3, or 4. Dana has just said on YouTube, this card is so cute. I love the piece hubcaps. And Jackie says, I love that camper. Wonderful job, Craig. Thank you. Thank you. There is the camper. That camper, as we said, popular individually, but very, very popular within the main bundle. Is the brand new shape card based die and stamp collection. 54 dies and 29 stamps in total. As you've seen, the actual die itself allows you to create the card shape. If you want to cut extra layers to be able to pop these onto your cards to decorate them as toppers, you can do. And then look at all the other elements that you've got here for your camper van, the hubcaps, the different windows, the curtains. There's so much included here, and of course all of the different sentiment stamps that you're going to get as well. Adventure awaits. You've got a crowded camper is better than an empty castle. I love that. Then you've got the gorgeous handbag in there as well. So again, loads of different components to completely personalise your card for whoever it may be for. A girl can never have too many handbags is all about the bag. Classy and fabulous. Just a few of those lovely sentiments that you're going to receive within that set 2. And then finally, wow, what a project that Craig made a little bit earlier on with this lovely shoe, Dorothy's ruby red slippers almost, wasn't it? But that high heel shoe, I think, again, you'll think of loads of different people that you'll be able to make a lovely project for. And the sentiments include things like good shoes take you to good places, celebrating style, and life is short, buy the shoes. All of those you're going to get for £57.56 platinum price today, $70.84 if you are shopping with us in the US and you're a platinum member. Jump in and grab. Of course, you can get all of those individually, but most people going for that deal. And also worth bearing in mind, if you are a brand new viewer, check out our website and sign up to Club Inspire, as your first purchase will be that price right there. Now, also worth mentioning, our Get It Got It Good deal this week is particularly good if you're a big fan of our craft kits, because we've got the 3-box selection here, and actually 2 of the most recent ones included within the kit, 44 and 43 plus box number 37, if I'm not mistaken. You're getting that one for free, so you basically buy 2, get the third for free. You know how good these boxes are, jam-packed full of craftability, papers, cardstock, embellishments, ribbons, there's all sorts in there, and 625 elements in total, your silhouettes and stamps, your paper, your pop-out characters included in there as well, and you're picking up all of those for under £40 or under $40 if you are platinum. Now, if you want to add some paper into your basket today, then absolutely, I'll get the right one in a minute, pick up these deals, really great deals on our cardstock. So we've got the Pastels and Brights collection, 230 GSM, 8x8 size, and again, these are perfect. It's always nice, isn't it, to have plenty of paper and cardstock within your stash. These have got a beautiful sort of textured finish to them, but how nice to have all of these beautiful papers to go with all of the different components that you've got within your new collection, because chances are, particularly with that Campervan, the handbag as well, you'll want all of these different colours for all of the different components. So you've got 36 sheets in total there, double-sided in the brights, and then you've got the pastels as well. Again, double-sided with that beautiful sort of textured finish, and it's a great deal, £17.60 for 72 sheets in total. Everyone saves a quarter. Platinum members £17.60, $23.60 if you're shopping with us in the US. We've then got 2 sets which are from the Year of Craft boxes that we had. This one is from box number 1, Spring Fever, and some lovely colours in here. Single-sided this time, but actually take a look through and look at all of the different designs that you've got. You've got 3 of each design within this set. You've got that sort of basket weave design going on. You've got your beautiful florals in here. You've got your chevrons, that rip-rack effect. You've got dots in here. Love that again with that sort of basket weave style on there, smaller dots, there's stripes in here as well, more gorgeous florals. It's a lovely colour palette for those sort of fresh spring, summertime cards, even some hearts in there as well for Valentine's makes. So those are your pattern papers, which you're going to receive as part of this set, 48 sheets in total there, 160 GSM, and then to complement that, we're then going to give you your cardstock pad in the solids, 240 GSM. These are double-sided for you, again, so it makes it nice and easy for you to be able to create all of those projects, to do your mats and layers, plenty of craftability right there. And as always, when we bring you these bundles together, you can see that the colour palette of your solids matches beautifully with the colours in the pattern paper. £11.94 platinum, $14.50 if you're shopping with us in the US and you're platinum. That's from the Year of Craft box number 1. And then we've also got the Year of Craft Papers box 5. This is the pick and mix, one of my favourites actually, because the designs in here are gorgeous, really bright and breezy. Again, you're getting 3 of each design within this collection. Some of my favourite papers in here, including the rainbows, which you'll see in just a few moments time, but some lovely designs, florals, almost like your little paint palette going on in there as well. Wait till we get to these little rainbows. Look at those, so cute. I love those so much, that hand-drawn design. You've got sort of ombre effects going on in there as well. More floral designs too. A lovely, lovely colour palette. There's your little page of dolly mixtures as well. More spots and dots. And then as always, we bring you your solids too. And again, look at that, a lovely, lovely collection of beautiful colours to wonderfully coordinate with the pattern papers that you're going to receive within this bundle. Again, $11.94 or $14.50 if you're a platinum member. Everybody saves 35%. Right, demo of the show. What is it going to be? I'm excited about this one. We've not yet got it. We've not. Yes, we have. It has just updated. Loving the camper, says Jackie. Wonderful job with that. Really close on the votes between 3 and 4. The winner of the show is Scrap Paper Scissors says, great show, Red and Craig, you two are wonderful. I will see you at the next show. We will see you there. And Dennis says, great crafting ideas and great entertainment. That is what we are here for. Craig's card will go up onto our Crafty Walk of Fame. And talking about seeing us later, you're not going to have to wait long. We're back in an hour's time. It will be me and the lovely Sharon Callis to bring you more of those amazing deals on all of her collections. Make sure you get in on those. If you've missed Sharon today, by the way, 6 o'clock we'll be back with her, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Pacific, and then following that we roll straight into a 2-hour cartload extravaganza, which is going to include mystery bags that you will not believe. We are going to be treating you royally with those deals.
Have I got 2 hours off?
Huh?
Have I got 2 hours off?
Yeah, you've got 2 hours off. How many party rings are you going to eat in that time?
I don't need to rush my tea then.
You do not need. What you got for tea?
Just a sandwich today.
Oh, a sandwich.
Nothing exciting.
And 40 party rings. Thank you so much, Craig, by the way. Cartload's going to be amazing, isn't it?
Sorry?
Cartload will be good.
Oh, it's going to be really, really good. Can't wait for that one there. Yeah, so I'm going to have that little bit extra before I come back, and we're going to be raring to go with, everything that Ben said, and so much more.
Look forward to that. Johnny and Charlotte will be with us as well, and we'll be back in a couple of hours' time. Until then, check out your baskets, and we will see you in just a little while. Bye for now.
Bye.